Breaking news. Breaking news.
Whoa.
What is it? What is it?
What?
Can we get a third angle? Breaking news.
What is it?
Why is it? Hey, it's someday they'll point the camera at me. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Let's just do the podcast from that shot.
Breaking news. Max is now HBO Max.
Whoa.
For some reason, no one knows why.
I know why.
They added more letters to a simple name.
Mm-hmm.
Now the app, which everyone loved, called Max.
Loved Max.
They added this tumor to the end of it called HBO.
Beginning.
Why? People love home box office that much?
No, I love Cinemax personally more
Yeah.
than anything. And it reminds me of Cinemax, my favorite memories.
Skinamax is my favorite. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we called it after 10
And
p.m.
I thought that's what the app was for.
I used
but
it for
now
that.
I'm being told it's home box office, and I have to watch The Sopranos again, and I have to watch Sex in the City
No,
again.
they took that off. Don't worry.
They took Sex in the City off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Andy
I'm
Cohen's
saying
gonna
this
be
with
pissed.
Confidence.
so much confidence in the fact that I have absolutely no idea what the answer is. But yes, they did.
I'm shocked because everyone I know called it Max and definitely didn't still call it HBO Max.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
like
Not one person.
It's
ever.
like Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely
That's what I call it.
I have the old app, the HBO Max app. I still have that.
Yeah.
Can I just use my old app?
I'm
No,
glad
they
you
got
asked.
they got rid of. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, Sean, you want to cover this?
Yeah, you cannot.
Wow.
And the fact that you even still have that app just shows how fucking outdated and pathetic you are.
Yeah.
Not good.
The
Gross.
user fall off when you switch and you
Dude.
force everyone to re-download the Max app.
Yes,
and
that's
then
what I
now
was about to say.
to go back again.
Are they gonna? I hope they don't. I hope
hope
they
they
rebrand
do.
this app and they don't do another
No.
download.
No, keep going.
Keep going, dude.
Dude.
I want it to be called
New app.
HBO Now.
Let me sign
Go
in.
back further.
Hey, make me
Like-
sign in every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That when they switched app, just to add to that,
For real.
when they switched app
To Max.
oh, they're just going to rename HBO Max to Max.
It's like,
no,
no.
it's a new. You have to download a whole new app.
What the fuck?
I was like, oh, this is dead in the water.
Yeah, that's
Dead.
so stupid.
This is dumb, and they'll change it back at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we are.
well, they changed it back, but why?
Yeah, what
Why
is the
did
reason?
they? What was the reason?
Because the brand recognition. I mean, everyone called it HBO Max, and HBO carries weight, and Max doesn't. And everything I've heard behind the scenes was the change to the name Max
yeah,
was like one power tripping exec.
I
Like
Sounds
that,
like one.
that the company was like, we don't want to do it. We don't want
A
to do it.
shareholder
People
kind of
like
move.
HBO. Why would we remove HBO from the name?
Everybody knows what HBO is.
No, it's just Max. It's clean. You know, it's like the Facebook. It's just clean.
Yeah,
I
dude.
would love to be a power tripping hungry exec.
Yeah.
I wish I was that.
Yeah.
I wish
you
I
want,
had.
You want shareholder
I
energy.
walked in. Yeah, I want to walk in a room and be like, here's my bad idea that we're definitely going to do.
Yeah.
And you can argue all you want, but we're doing it.
Didn't-
I would love to have that energy.
Didn't they try for a bit to call it Max the one for HBO? Or
The
something
place to go
the-
for HBO.
That was it.
Ugh.
Max, the place to go for HBO.
Well, it's HBO
this
Go
used
for
to,
a while.
This used
Yeah.
to be in your name, stupid fuck.
Whoa, wait, hey, you're insulting my hero of the
sorry.
power hungry exec.
Sorry, smart fuck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see where that guy lives. I would love to see that guy's family. I just want to
careful.
know, like,
Be real careful.
I just want to know, like, what is it?
Yeah, that was a weird vibe to say.
Yeah.
I just want to
I
know
want to
his
see
life.
where he lives.
I
wanna
got
see his
Luigi
family.
vibes.
No, I just
all
want
of
to
a
know,
sudden.
like, what is your life
Sean
like?
Mangione. over
Yeah,
there.
What is,
I could tell you
no.
mansion, pool,
Yeah.
Beverly
Say,
Hills.
Lear
like,
jet.
and it's like, yo, you have all these things, and
Indentured
you
servitude.
are such a fuck up. Like, how did you get these things?
Daddy's
To-
money.
No, because you got hired at this job. Like, how did you do that?
Daddy. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
fascinated by this. Like, you are clearly not able to do this job, but you're doing it, and you're just fucking everything up along the way.
Well, they must have
That's
just,
awesome.
They must have ousted this dude or
Somebody wanted
something.
to change it back and it got
Yeah.
changed back.
If they fired my hero, I'll be pissed off.
your hero.
Yeah, that would be a real bummer for everybody. But anyway, so that just got me thinking about other
Yeah.
stupid corporate decisions.
Sure.
And I jotted a couple down here, and it's so funny that you immediately said one that I did not jot down, which was the Twitter X.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, because we have not even accepted it yet.
No.
Guys, it's going to be. I'll just let you know it's going to be Twitter any day now. So don't worry. I've still not in any way changed a single thing to X.
I will never say that. Like, I will never say, "Oh, I just posted on X." I will never say that because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
When someone says it to me, "Oh, I just posted on X," I go,
"What?"
Is it a litmus test?
I get a suspicious.
Is it a litmus test for you?
It is.
Wow.
It is a test of. I don't know if we would get along in the real life. I don't know if
really.
That just sounds like I pledge my allegiance kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like, oh, you want a Cybertruck. That's what you
The
want.
only time I see it
here?
done is like on a show, like when they're talking on like a news program about this was posted on X.
And usually they say
Now-
X, formerly Twitter.
Oh,
really?
really?
I still hear that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But when they do it on the news, I will give you a break, I suppose.
Yeah, they
because
gotta
gotta be proper.
informed.
that's the script
No
you were told to
slang.
read
Yeah.
by that dumb ass exec, probably, who told them they had to read the X thing.
majority shareholder,
Because that guy, I guarantee you, calls it X. And I bet you that guy probably owns a Cybertruck. This exec
He's got a whole
who
fleet of
changed
them,
it
dude.
to Max.
He bought like 4 for each of his 4 sons.
Yep. Anyways.
And
I want to get a Cybertruck, but convert it to gas.
that'd be kind of cool.
Well, anyway, we have a bunch of corporate decisions that are the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Like I jotted a couple down. We can reminisce. Anyone remember IHOB?
Yeah.
Anyway,
IHOB.
we're going to talk about all that after theme song.
Hello.
Welcome back. Hey, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to our sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, only the best sponsor for the best podcast. We're not taking any, better help.
No, that feels
Yeah,
bad.
Whatever. No.
HelloFresh tried,
we-
and we said no.
we
that
take
feels worse.
we take the cream of the crop only.
What do we
and
got?
speaking of cream, thank you, Tenga, our sponsor, Tenga.
Yeah,
That
you can dust
feels
your crop.
good.
All the way over in Japan. You think, you got a blue apron? Yeah,
Ooh.
they got something blue for you. Better than an apron. Tenga has got all the best stuff. If you're, this plugs for adults only. Kids, plug your ears.
Yeah.
What's
Because
blue?
they got the best stuff to make an adult feel like an adult. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we got contacted by ZipRecruiter. Like, no, we want the unzip recruiter.
Yeah,
Please.
recruit this.
Please.
That's what I said. So by all means, if you want the best Japan has to offer for making yourself feel good, go to the special URL in the info. That's usstore.tenga.co/Mega64. You go to that URL, you're going to get a discount. You don't even need to enter the code in. We got a pre-entered code.
Make it
do?
easy. We make it
You
real
know?
easy
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Just
Yeah.
like the Easy Beat eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
One of
And
their
you're gonna
star
get
products.
you're going to get the discount. It's going to go real simple like. Don't overcomplicate it and
Yeah,
don't
overcomplicate it.
don't beat it harder than you need to.
Yeah.
Go to Tenga
Take it easy.
in the special URL mentioned. It's in the info on YouTube. It might be in the chat on Twitch. Wherever you find it,
Yeah, tell
you're
them.
going to like it.
Yeah, tell them. Tell them.
Okay. But now they're smart from a corporate angle. We're going
Mhm.
to talk about people who are stupid from a corporate
Yeah.
angle.
Sure, sure.
So other corporate things that were done. Now I know it was a marketing
The IHOB?
stunt,
Yeah.
You led with
but
IHOB. Yeah.
IHOB was annoying because I felt like everyone bought it. Where it was like,
Dude,
they're
changing-
IHOB now.
They're changing their
IHOB.
name.
I'm not like they're going to be IHOP again tomorrow.
Also-
No, they're International House of Burgers now. But it was still like that promotion sucked. It didn't
Yeah.
make me want to go there.
I also don't like the name IHOP, to be honest with you. That's a dumb name.
When I was a kid, I'm gonna go a little bit boomer mode here.
Okay.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I remember my parents telling me we're going to the International House of Pancakes.
Sounds
it
awesome.
was like-
Yeah. What?
We are.
That's a fancy ass name.
And I
dude.
remember the graphics and all that stuff for it were like old school. It was
Yep.
like Times New Roman font or something with like a kettle or something next to it. And it was like, whoa, this place is legit. And the breakfast was really good.
Yeah.
And it was only when I got older that they, like streamlined their marketing and made it IHOP.
It's an
with
acronym.
a smile.
With
and,
the
and
shitty smile.
We got oh.
Yeah.
I don't like it either.
No.
I'd never thought
It
about this,
doesn't-
but yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't bug me. It has a good mouth feel, as they
IHOP?
say.
IHOP.
No.
IHOP.
It feels
IHOB
like
is wrong.
No.
It
That's
feels
all wrong.
like airport terminal shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. International House of Pancakes. That was like, we're going somewhere special.
to me-
IHOP. Oh, IHOP.
And you know what?
Ooh.
If you want to call it IHOP for short, for
Yeah,
slang,
you can do that.
that's up to you.
That's your call.
But it's called the International House of Pancakes because we're a respectable restaurant chain
Yes.
and we have the
Yeah,
best fucking pancakes.
Them calling it that is don't get in on this. That's
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I call
You,
it.
I'll
you
shorten
don't
the
need
name.
to be cute.
Yeah.
You need to make my pancakes.
I
Yeah.
see. Because I definitely feel like it was a sign of the times, and culturally, we're getting into like the 80s and 90s, and the youth is abbreviating stuff.
Yeah.
Slang is coming
Yeah.
up, and
Well, they can do that.
the street name was probably IHOP. Hey, where are we going after church? We're going to IHOP, homie. And
Yeah.
then you just don't like that they acquiesced to society.
Yeah.
That they
Yes.
made that their whole shtick. And again, they had a fancy look for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
When I was
for a
younger.
minute.
But now it's like I said, it's like airport restaurant. I don't know. I don't like it. And I think they're one of the ones that have, kind of fallen off over the years.
Oh, there's
you know,
less and less. They just closed the one out by me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
really?
go.
Yeah.
I think the breakfast diner is going away. Denny's is not looking good either.
Local places,
Yeah.
still
Stuck
Those are doing
around.
all right. Those
are
but,
okay.
but the
yeah.
chains are definitely
Chains,
limiting
I
their
don't know.
their footprint.
So IHOB, another one that people fell for, and again, this isn't quite the same thing as the HBO Max thing, but you mentioned it before the show, the Fortnite ending or
Yes.
whatever.
the
Dude, Fortnite is ending.
Dude, everybody losing their mind because they're like, dude, they're ending Fortnite. They're ending Fortnite. Not for 1 second, I believe they're ending Fortnite.
Dude, I think it's over.
It just
They're
gets
gonna walk away.
people talking about it, so they just do something. They're like, we're gonna fuck this shit up and get
Season
everybody
2.
talking about it. And surprisingly, it did not end.
Is that what it was? Because I wasn't really paying attention in that era. But was it just like, hey, we're going to do seasons? That was the end of Fortnite season 1? And
I don't
something like that.
I don't. I
know.
think so. I don't know. They just like Fortnite ended. All these news articles were like, "This is Fortnite has ended," and it was some bullshit.
Yeah, they're never gonna come back.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, it was a new chapter.
okay.
It was a new chapter.
It was out of
Uh,
alpha.
But anyway, but those are more like dumb marketing gimmicks.
Yeah.
that it just got annoying. But I'm
For
talking
real.
like the corporate decisions that are like, oh my God, you're gonna reverse this tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, the HBO thing is so annoying because it's like we were telling you from the beginning, like we're not calling it Max. Like this is not gonna stick.
There are times that people say something like, oh, they'll get used to it. And it works. I guess we do get used to the things
Yeah.
that you switched over and
Yeah.
whatever. But there are times like this, the HBO thing, where it's
Yeah.
like, it has been HBO forever. It will always be HBO. I will never call it Max. And you can fuck off. That's just what it's
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah, there's been, I'm trying to think of another one where it was like, yeah, everyone's like, oh, you'll get used to it. And then it's like, no, we never did.
Well, this is not relevant anymore. But do you remember when Mervin's changed their name to like California Mervin's or something? It was something like that.
yeah,
Mervin's, California.
Mervin's California. It's like that's not gonna cut it here.
Oh,
But Mervin's is a
I
long.
wonder
gone
if we
thing.
just thought of the same one. What were you
one,
gonna say?
Where every single supermarket in the
I
California
was about to say
area
this, yeah.
became what was it called?
Haggins?
Haggins. And it was like,
Oh,
remember
yeah.
it was like they bought every single one of them.
Yes.
And turned them all into this.
I don't remember.
And
this at all.
then
Every grocery store in California for a minute became Haggins.
Yeah.
Haggins.
and-
Literally,
and-
it was everywhere.
and-
I read into some crazy conspiracies about this.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Go ahead.
and for like 3 months, it was that. And then they all reverted back or closed.
yeah.
Like some went, okay, we're back, we're Vaughn's again, we're in Albertsons again, we're all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then some just never reopened.
So the stuff I read about that was that it was because they wanted to just shutter a ton of grocery stores.
Oh, that was a way of doing it.
and that was like a weird way of doing it. It's like, no, we got bought out, and then Haggins did it because like now your union wasn't gonna like represent you because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a buyout and you still weren't at Vaughn's.
Yeah,
you were now
yeah.
at Haggins. It was some I think, corpo fuckery, right?
They did lay off a ton of people, right?
Yes.
So they did it right before the holidays.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, they're all going to become Haggans. And they let everyone go. And it was that for like a month. And then never mind. This did not. Because when it became that chain, they raised a ton of prices.
It was expensive.
Everyone was like, oh, I'm not shopping at these stores.
Never.
These are awful stores.
Yeah.
And then after like 2 months, oh, never mind. We're undoing this. And then, it became, well, we'll hire people again. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
It turned most of my grocery stores into fucking Smart and Final Expresses, which I hate.
I like Smart and Final. You don't
Fuck
like Smart and Final?
I hate that.
Don't
store.
say
You know
fuck
what?
you to me.
Yeah, how dare you? Sean?
Garrett.
You just insulted John.
Garrett.
Yes.
I think I'm on your side.
I've never.
What?
It's
I'm
a
not a
shitty chain.
I'm not in Smart and Final.
I've never shopped at Smart and Final.
You what?
I did one time. And you know why?
Why?
For some reason in San Diego,
You regretted it.
They were the only ones that got the Star Wars blue milk, like the half gallon.
Yo, okay, Smart
only
Final is like a Costco without a membership. They have like
The
big-
regular Smart and Final.
Yeah.
A Smart and
Yeah.
Final Express is like a shitty grocery store version.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Express.
Old school Smart and Finals have been around, I mean, since the 90s.
Yeah,
right?
I like Smart and Final.
Yeah, it is. It's like restaurants will go there, people who own like food.
Yeah, or people who have a big family and want to
big
give them a
family.
lot of
Here's-
chocolate chip waffles.
You can get stuff in bulk.
Yeah.
But then there's these Smart and Final Expresses that moved into like all these Vons that closed down when this Haggis thing happened. And they're like the size of a regular grocery store, but they have like one item of everything. It's like a very limited selection. It's got reduced prices, kind of like food for, not as bad as like Food for Less, but
You know what I do?
yeah.
I just pony up for the Costco membership, okay, and
Yeah.
I go there.
Okay, now here's
Okay.
the. This
See,
is
I'm
my.
Give me
getting
a hot
fuel points
dog.
at Ralph's. I'm
This-
Give me
Ralph's
the
all
hot
way.
dog.
This is my method, and you can hate it or whatever. I
All
don't
right,
give-
I'm
fuck.
prepared to
hate
hate
it.
it.
I
I
already
do
do.
Costco, but then I also do
Supplement.
grocery outlet bargain market.
See, I've heard that's a good one.
Fucking love that store because there's something about it where first off everything is cheap, but also you don't know what's going to be in stock. That it is like whatever they have,
It's chaos.
It is chaos.
Costco is definitely not chaos.
No.
Costco doesn't.
To
You
do
know
that.
they're
it's
gonna
the
have the bits and
Wild
sauce.
West,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you want butter? We don't got it today. It's I love that.
So
Where
it's like Ross of food.
Yes.
It's like it's like I don't know what's here.
I
for
don't,
less.
and it changes so frequently that it really is
awesome,
like
dude.
I don't know what I'm. Like, I was here 3 days ago. It's
Yeah.
a completely different stock, and I don't know what the. Oh, what is this? Like this is a chip that I didn't know existed for 99 cents. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
You know, I
can see
love
You like that kind of thing.
shit.
It's like a discovery.
yeah. It's almost
is.
like an adventure.
Fucking love it. There was
pretty
one
good.
kind of
That's
granola
pretty
bar I got at Sawyer once. And she's like, this is the best granola bar I've ever had. I'm like, okay, I'll get it again. But I've never been able to find it again. Like, check every
like
time I
Holy
go down, I'm
Grail.
like, it's not there yet. I'll see you. Anyways, so that's those are my two.
It's just funny not to keep talking about it, but back when, as we mentioned, all the grocery stores in California became Haggans.
Yeah.
I just hear that and I'm like, that sounds like a shitty Lord of the Rings character.
Yeah.
Like, he would
Yeah.
show up. Oh, fucking Haggans.
Yeah, that's Bilbo's
Don't-
like evil cousin.
Yeah, don't buy groceries from him. Like I'm just hearing that name and I'm like, that's terrible.
That is
Yeah.
honestly
that's not good.
that is
poison to groceries.
not to
like,
talk
dude.
shit on myself, but like you told me, like, hey Sean, we're gonna make a character for Lord of the Rings. I'm Bilbo Haggins.
Bilbo Haggins. Yeah.
That's what I would be.
like, oh yeah, let me buy groceries there. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And it's like a degree away from Hoggle,
Yeah.
which is awesome because he's cool.
Yeah.
Hoggle.
Hoggle's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Johnny, when you edit this, do like a Hoggle tribute. Like, you ever see Labyrinth?
No, I never.
You've never seen that?
seen
No.
that.
Hey,
Watch
Johnny-
Labyrinth,
Johnny,
and then edit the podcast and do like a Hoggle retrospective.
Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny. Dude. Jennifer Connelly, bro.
Oh,
Johnny,
You're
Yeah.
getting homework.
I've also never seen it.
okay.
You guys have not seen Labyrinth?
No.
Oh my god!
I
it's
also
a
haven't seen Dark
classic.
Crystal. Yeah.
Now
That one's a little boring.
Dark
Okay.
Crystal, I love it, but it is. Am I going
Dry.
to recommend it? Yeah.
Snooze, yeah.
Jim Henson was trying to make like, hey, we don't have to make like wacky Muppet Show.
Right.
We can make some serious like Tolkien-esque lore and tell it with puppets.
Yeah.
I respect that. The world building, it's. I can't recommend it to almost anybody, but I love it. But Labyrinth, you're fucking missing out, bro.
Yeah, Labyrinth. You got David Bowie singing.
You
a
got
song.
hypersexualized David Bowie.
Yeah, his cod.
Oh, he's
pieces.
hypersexual.
He's got
Yeah.
the
Bro,
cod
it's out
piece
of
to end all
control.
cod
Isn't
pieces.
it just a
dude.
kids movie?
Yeah, but it's sort of symbolic of
It's like ballet, dude.
It's sort of
It's an art
Yeah.
form.
I would say there's something symbolic about like his character. It's kind of like entering into the adult world a little bit. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of symbolism
It's
there.
for like
maybe.
preteens.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
so.
Oh,
Like if
yeah.
you're entering a different chapter in life, and he's kind of a dark side of it, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Sean.
and
Yes.
there's
Jennifer Connelly.
I do. I mean, I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm a real connoisseur of her.
I know you like that scene in that Aronofsky flick.
What?
We'll talk
this
about
was
it later.
made
I have no idea what-
considerably earlier than that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's that scene with Ving Rhames.
I literally don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
no, it's
I
not
never
Ving
saw
Rhames. Who
that.
is that?
I never
No,
saw
me neither.
Ving Rhames?
Requiem for a
No,
Dream.
no.
Oh,
that's
that was
not
Requiem
Ving
for a
Rhames.
Dream. Oh, fuck that movie. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's a rough watch, right? You got to be in a certain mood for that one.
Yeah, I saw the last half of that movie. That was it. I'm good. I'm never going back there. Don't need to see the beginning. It's fine.
That's
Got
kind of
it.
where when I used to like Jared Leto. I mean, I still kind of like Jared Leto. I
Nah.
love to hate him, you know.
Nah, I just don't. No.
When they slice his arm off and the blood hits him in the cheek.
I don't remember that.
That's a good shot.
It was all fucked up.
And his mom's all fucking methed out watching like infomercials at home. That movie's great. Oh, let's rewatch that.
You're not selling me.
Movie
No,
Club. Let's
you're
get
not.
me on for Darren Aronofsky.
Ryan was bringing up, it isn't a. Again, this is more of an annoying thing that people bought rather than a dumb corporate decision. But killing Brian on Family Guy,
Yes.
that was up there too. They fucking killed him. They murdered this
I
dog.
didn't know that happened.
Yeah, that was a big thing for about.
You know
1
what I
minute.
didn't like is when The Simpsons killed Maude Flanders,
That
and
was
they
dumb.
and they stuck with it, and she has just been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't know why you had to do that to Ned Flanders. Why did you have to kill Maude? And it was the dumbest way. It was a tire from a NASCAR event hitting her and killing her.
Oh,
And then she was
yeah.
just dead.
well,
Why did we do this?
the
Well,
Lord
the show's
works in
already not
mysterious ways,
very
Sean.
funny by that point.
Yeah, that was when it definitely
really
had fallen
not
off.
funny.
But
Yeah.
it was like, what? I remember them like, someone's gonna die. And it's like, why is this a good
I
thing?
thought we
to-
did that with Maggie and Mr. Burns.
Yeah, but that was dumb too. Honestly, that's the first. That's a two-parter.
Okay.
The first episode was pretty good. The second episode, and it was Maggie. Not so good. Not so good.
Not so good.
Not the best.
I asked the chat like what they think are some of the worst business decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had some good ones.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
I can't think of any.
Google Plus.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, that was a clusterfuck.
And that still ruins things to this day.
I have 2 accounts I never signed up for Google Plus ever.
Yeah.
And I have 2 YouTube things.
But
Yeah.
they required it for about 10 minutes.
Yep.
And when I log into my personal YouTube channel, it
Yep.
goes, now which account were you looking for? I still don't know. And it says this one or this one. I don't know.
Well, there's
Same
one-
I'll
email
pick the
address.
one that's right. I don't know.
There's one that says 0 subscribers.
Yeah.
And there's one that
Yeah.
says whatever 33,000 or whatever. Like that's the one. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
I still have this problem too, and I forgot why. But yeah, it's
Google Plus.
fucking Google Plus.
Google
Plus
Plus
started that.
was such a it was they force fed you this
No,
thing.
they
that
have
no one wanted.
circles. They have
That
circles.
fuck that dude.
Do you want to
That
be part of the
sucked.
circles? Don't film me taking my jacket off.
John, don't film that.
I'm getting
Johnny,
warm.
go to KevCam.
What are you- what are
Go
you
to
filming
KevCam.
that guy
There we
for?
go.
Go to me.
That one's safe. You can't see any jacket
See,
here.
that should be on me, and then
Jacket's
you think I was
almost-
getting nude.
Hold on, your shirt's wrinkled. Fix that wrinkle.
It's not wrinkled.
Better.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah, Google Plus. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Chat. Shouts
Google
out.
Plus, yeah, definitely. If I'm not my sharpest thinking of some of these, normally I could zing out a million of them, but it was a very late night, and we'll talk about that.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
in a little bit. We'll talk about why it was such a late night.
Yeah.
But anyway, Google Plus is a good one. Were there other ones, Johnny?
Oh yeah, I have a ton.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Go,
In the
go,
same
go.
vein as Google Plus, remember Ping from Apple? That was there for like a second
Dang.
They tried to do social media built into iTunes
with music.
where it's like, yeah, hey, here's
Ping.
my profile, and here's all the albums I have, and here's
Yeah, and
I thought that was neat for like a second.
yeah, and then they removed it.
Yeah, well, it didn't grow. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, I'm on Ping. Okay. What is that?
We got Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh,
bullshit.
that was-
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg is
And you know what?
That's just a person, but
On the-
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, and I hold on, I take that back because that might be like a cultural thing. You want to change your last name.
Yeah.
But I will say when Snoop Dogg also did that bullshit
think I know it.
story about I'm not smoking weed
Yes.
anymore, guys.
No,
Yeah. I'm done smoking.
I'm done with smoke.
I'm done with smoke.
Here's the thing, I'm
but
done with
I'm
smoke.
launching my edible line.
No, it wasn't
No,
that.
it
It was
was- it
for
was
a
a
grill.
Yeah, it was like a smokeless grill.
But I think he might have done it more than once.
Yeah.
Because he sold about 4 different products on
Yeah.
that whole like I'm not smoking anymore.
Well, either way, yeah, they keep buying
and he's
it.
still smoking.
yeah, keep buying it. Hook, line,
Anyway,
and
sorry.
sinker. Anyway, yes.
Pixar Pier, I guess that was changed.
Pixar Pier, not.
Yeah, the Paradise Pier. This is a theme park thing. But
Yeah.
Paradise Pier at California Adventure. They made Pixar Pier, and they just basically stuck Pixar stickers on everything.
Oh, okay.
And
Is it back though?
I don't consider that. That's just like they just changed the theme.
Yeah.
No, it's that, and it was shitty. It was
Oh.
like a cheap, shitty
Yeah.
job.
Okay. All right.
But I guess.
And then one more, Facebook to Meta.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
They just wanted to get away from the Facebook name or something.
Yeah,
and
because
separate it.
they wanted to put more things, and they really wanted to sell. They wanted to do more than just Facebook, obviously.
Yeah.
And then and they wanted to get into the metaverse. So it's like, oh no, we're Meta. And there was a lot of problems with the Facebook name because of all the
History
shit
of
going.
it.
Yeah, there was just a million
Yeah.
scandals.
They were in
So it was like,
Congress
oh, no,
being
we're-
fucking harangued and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I just think they absorbed or they bought MetaQuest, that VR headset company.
Well, they
I
made
thought.
it MetaQuest.
Or
It was Oculus Quest.
It was
Yes.
Oculus,
Bought
right?
it.
Yeah.
And then they like changed the name of that, and then they were like, "Ooh, we like that name. Let's make our whole company that."
I think
like,
they made the company Meta
first.
or like the same day.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Weird rebranding. I don't call it Meta. I still call it Facebook.
Yeah. The one that really didn't stick, back to
Alphabet.
Google, the company is called Alphabet.
Yeah, that one.
Does anyone call it that?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
No.
I hear that on tech podcasts.
But I feel
Yeah.
like Google's like, no, it's fine. That's our inside thing.
yeah, I think
We don't want to publicize it, and it kind of almost makes it
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
that if you know that. Now.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? So all the kids, like, well, my little kids, they never say I'm gonna Google something. They don't say that. They say I'm gonna search it up.
Search it up.
And I'm like,
Really?
but I've noticed like other kids saying it too. I'm like,
Search it up?
Yeah, but it's like I thought it was just Lennon being cute and like saying like not saying Google and just being like, I'm gonna search it up. I'm like, I like that. That's cute.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh wait, I've heard
That-
other kids say this
That's
too.
the slang going around then.
Yeah, search it up. But
Yeah.
it's like
I've never heard of it.
well, I hadn't.
What
before
search
this.
engine? I don't know. It could be Bing.
It could be
Because
Bing.
I also will say I think a lot of younger people, as much as this sucks, I think, but they don't like. For us, it's like you're looking for an answer. You're going on Google,
yeah.
and I think for a lot of younger people, they'll equally search TikTok or
Yeah.
stuff like.
Yeah.
There are people
Oh,
who look
no.
for answers to stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's very much a thing.
Yeah. So
And
search it up. Anyways.
Search it up.
Search
I don't
it
know.
up.
Who knows what kind of
bro.
answers you get on TikTok?
lately
Good
though,
Truth to
Lewd
man,
ones.
Google has not been the best search engine. Like,
Oh no.
Yes.
like at some points, I'm like trying Bing, and it's like, damn, this was better. Like lately, it's been.
I'm gonna Bing it.
I'm gonna ask Jeeves. Bring Jeeves back.
I'm gonna check out Alta Vista. That was my preferred one.
Oh god.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Not Netscape Navigator.
Netscape Navigator, pretty good. That was the
That's
search
that's-
engine though.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It wasn't
What was the Netscape default search engine?
You know what? We're not gonna remember.
Yeah.
We're not gonna remember. why are we
I'll
trying?
let you guys figure it out.
Yeah. There was a podcast to be me and Gear trying to figure out what the fuck.
You're like, let's reference something from the
Speaking
90s.
of things that the four of us did together,
Yeah.
we were just at PAX.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who came by the booth. Saw
Yeah,
the four
yeah,
of us.
yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
I had truly a great con, a great
Yeah.
time. And we filmed a video. We actually filmed a lot of videos. Some aren't out yet, but we filmed a couple.
we were very productive.
We
Yes.
filmed a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. it
We were
was a
busy
very
the whole
productive-
time.
Yeah, it was
even when we were
slammed.
not at the booth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the first day we shot a behind the scenes, I guess you would call it, but just like a journey of what it takes to set up a booth with Mega64. So it starts with me and Garrett going to U-Haul, going to our friend Dan's house, getting the boxes that we. It's a whole process.
It's a journey.
It's a hour and 15-minute long video, but the whole time we're trying to make it to the Red Sox game so I can see Fenway Park for the first time. And so
and we mentioned that on previous podcasts.
We
that
did.
We were going to try to get to
Yeah.
this game.
and well, I was gonna bring it up for a couple reasons.
Yeah.
So spoiler, we got to the game.
we made it.
We
happen.
We
did it.
made it happen. But
You may have
if you
seen
want to see the
photos.
journey, and I really think it's a fun time. It's on our Patreon if you want to watch it. It's the reviews are pretty good. People,
Yeah, I
people like
watched it.
it.
I liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
People are liking it. It's a fun time.
There's even more from the show that is still not up on Patreon that's coming over the next few days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this was a big part of it. And yeah, patreon.com/mega64. You can get that. And there's more footage from the show that is going to be on there.
It did remind me, it kind of gave me a vibe a little bit of the Metallica one we did at PAX
Yeah.
West.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to
We tried to
I was
make it a
doing the
Metallica
concert.
show.
Yeah. So
I'm glad.
I'm finding out I like making videos of us trying to get somewhere and do something. Like I
Yeah.
just like the
Yeah.
journey. Like, can they do this? Will
Yeah.
it work out? Whatever.
Did they get the most pathetic Seattle dog they've ever seen?
Right.
It's
Now,
gray.
we did mention this on the podcast before that I was going to try to go to the game on Wednesday. Now, in the video, you will see we sing the 7th inning stretch.
Yep.
It's a great moment. I'm there. I'm happy.
Sean was like, can I say just like the smile was
Glowing.
ear to ear. He
I
was
was-
glowing. He
I
was
was-
just
was
on
on
cloud
cloud
nine.
nine.
I was. Dude, I'm telling you, I've wanted to go
He
there
loves
my
baseball.
whole life.
This guy
I
loves baseball.
do. And I just told Garrett, like when we were in the U-Haul, I'm like, I just want to see one pitch. I just want to be at Fenway Park
Yeah.
and see it. So to get inside and to see the history of this old ass stadium, like I've seen my whole life, like that's really cool. But anyways, after the organist plays this 17th
Yeah,
stretch,
Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out of the ball.
all of a sudden we hear Sequence of Race by the Aquabats on the organ.
Yeah.
It was the
Like, it
most.
took a minute, and we were all like, "Wait, what?
It caught us off
What is
guard.
this guy playing?"
We couldn't even like get our phones out fast enough. Like it was like
Yeah, because
we
Rocco
were
stopped the
processing
recording
it.
and all of a sudden it's like, wait, turn it back on. It's like,
Yeah.
what? It's like,
It
what?
was unbelievable moment.
Yeah, yeah.
I was in awe of like, this isn't no, this
Yeah.
is the
and,
melody.
and that
It's
would really was like, yeah, there's no denying it. It absolutely is Sequence Erased by the Aquabats.
How?
the fuck is this happening? Because that is a deep cut.
Yeah,
The
that's not like a
Aquabats-
single.
The
or anything.
Aquabats alone are a deep cut.
Yeah.
No offense to Aquabats,
For a
but
baseball
for a
game.
baseball game,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But let alone that song at a
Yeah.
baseball game?
Yeah, that's unheard of.
And I'm going to take it a step further. The other guys, when we were at this game, the other guys are like, man, are they just like Aquabats fans or something? And I'm the one with the ego sitting there going, they know we're here. There's
Yeah,
no way.
somebody knows.
Why that song? There's
Yeah.
a million Aquabats songs. But we sit down and they're playing Sequence Erase. Let's get real. They would not accept it. I was the only one with the ego big
I
enough
just
to
thought,
go,
like-
it's because of me.
We weren't on the
Us.
jumbotron at any point. Like no one photographed us, and you were definitely like, no, there's no other way. It's just coincidence. It's because we're here.
Yeah.
Rocco
we
was
said
adamant.
we said it on the
It's
podcast.
Too coincidental.
But it is coincidental for sure. But also, I'm the opposite with my ego, where I'm like, there's no way that how would this ever
Well,
happen?
I'm just sitting there like we mentioned on the podcast. We said we were going, so someone listened to that, and they're
and
like,
maybe they work there or something.
yeah,
now-
something like that.
I think though we got an answer.
I think Meg
Yeah.
helped us. Do
Meg, can you actually come here? Sorry,
you want to jump on my mic?
Meg,
Oh my!
Oh my God! Don't do that to
you
her.
just made my skin crawl.
Oh
Why?
my God, Meg,
Oh
could,
my God,
do you
I'm
mind?
so
make sure
sorry
she
for
heard
you.
it.
Oh, is Kev mic on?
Hello?
Yeah, you're
Hi.
good. You're good.
Hi, Meg.
Hi.
How did this happen? You said you might have the answer.
I might have an answer.
Okay.
I think we got an internet soldier on the boat.
Oh, I love Internet Soldiers on Boats.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the Discord that we have, somebody posted that they tweeted at the organist.
Really?
And the organist responded and said, "Let's do it."
Oh, that's
Whoa! What do
they
you know?
tweeted
What,
the song.
do you know what they said? Like, can you play this
I
song
can
on
look it
this
up
day?
really quick if you give me a minute.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
They're in the chat. Their name's Ryan. Shouts out.
Ryan, you
It
made
happened.
Ryan, you made an already special night even like to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was, as you said, I was at a 10 and then I went to an 11 because I was like,
Four of us
how?
were freaking out. Everyone
You-
around us is like, "What are they doing?"
Ryan-
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
glowing. No, I-
spilling my Cracker Jacks everywhere.
Hopefully, if you're on the Discord, you are on Patreon. So hopefully you saw a reaction in that
Did you
video.
get some footage of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's some of it, and it's just being like, what the fuck? Like it's like us,
Yeah.
like
It is mind blowing.
Ryan. That was a genius.
Yes.
Oh, such a
move
good option,
that I would
man.
have never considered.
To tweet him and just say like, "Hey, please play this," even though you weren't going to be at the game or anything. You just knew.
I didn't know
we
you
might
could kind
be
of
there.
request that.
I didn't know that either.
Like-
but maybe Ryan lives in Boston and is like a
May-
fan.
maybe.
and knows that you could do that.
I was
Yeah.
waiting all 5 days of PAX for someone to come by the booth and be like, "Hey,
That was
did
me.
you guys hear? I'm the assistant, and I asked the organist or whatever.
Yeah, same here. I thought that was.
I
gonna
thought
Yeah.
that we would get some kind of explanation. We didn't until we came back to work and met up yesterday.
Yeah.
When Meg kind of broke the news to us
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Ryan. But
That's okay.
it's just amazing that yeah.
Thank you, Meg.
This
Thank you.
organist,
Thanks,
he was, I guess, what we heard because we were asking around on the show floor, PAX, like, do you know anything about this guy? And they some Fenway fans said like he's known for playing deep cuts.
Yeah.
But what would be the coincidence other than like, yeah, Ryan reached
But
out to
yeah.
him.
the crazy move on Ryan's part is that we said we're going to try to get to this game. We don't know if it'll happen, but he still was like,
He
"Well,
knew.
I'm gonna put this out there, see if I can get it done, and if they go to the game, they go to the game.
Yeah.
If it, and it, like." But he didn't let us know, hey, you should go to the game and listen to the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It was just like he let it just happen
Let it-
naturally.
and he might not have ever even gotten
the answer.
the answer.
I was gonna say, can you imagine if we hadn't gone to that game that just played to nobody? You know? It's like
If a tree
That's what I'm saying.
falls,
Schrodinger's erase.
Like everyone would have been like, what the hell? And no one would have noticed.
people would have
no one
like,
would have cared.
What was that? I don't know that one.
I mean, it's a good song. It's catchy as fuck.
Yeah,
It is cat. It's got a good melody.
But
we
anyways.
could have been out getting a dog. We had those Fenway dogs.
It
Yeah.
was the perfect moment.
We could have been
but
in
it was
line.
genius because 17th Stretch, you're usually at your seat singing and having a good time.
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
would be
yeah.
a time that we would film probably if we were there. Ryan thought of everything. Galaxy Brain.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Dope, Ryan.
yeah, that was really
That
cool.
that worked out.
And I will
great.
say that truly, this part wasn't filmed. I did have the best. I was so happy, and I was so happy that like we were all there together,
Oh, yeah.
and
Having a
everyone was
blast,
having a
yeah.
good time. It was just fun.
I
I
mean,
got
we
like
were
soda
all,
and hot dogs and Cracker
Yeah.
Jacks
Yeah.
and just ate dinner.
Like I do know that you guys like talking about baseball here. Like you're like okay, whatever. But I know that
No,
all
I
of
wanted
you,
to go there.
All of you like to go to games.
I legitimately have fun at baseball games whenever I go.
Oh,
Always.
anytime.
Like,
And
it's super fun.
I did not realize that was the stadium with the
Green Monster?
Green Monster.
Yeah.
and it kills me. I got the. They had the sickest Green Monster tie dye shirt with the monster on it, but I was gonna wear it today. I forgot. Wore the stupid alien encounter shit.
Oh,
that
dumbass.
shit sucks. Dude.
Yeah.
But so anyways, we filmed that. It was the best time.
It was really fun.
But afterwards, I'm looking and I see I'm like, let's get a picture of us as close to the field as possible because we're
Yes.
here. We'll post it somewhere. We haven't posted it yet, but maybe
we
today.
walked around after the seventh inning stretch. And
Just checking it out.
we just checked out the park because it's a cool stadium. And
Old ass
we
seats.
finished the game right,
Right behind
behind
home.
plate.
Yeah,
like,
behind home
like
plate.
we were just up at
in the concourse area.
we were just on the
walking around,
concourse
yeah.
area.
And so we're like, well, let's just walk around.
Yeah.
And so we get down to the backstop essentially when the game is over and we take a picture. And then I'm looking and I see like, oh, there's like a family and there's like a gate right by where we're at and they're letting people on the field take a picture on the field.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool. And I'm like asking like, how do you do that? And then she's like, oh, you gotta like be like this person's like a mom of one of the players.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Understandable.
Get it. But then I was like, but can I just step on the field for a second? And she's like, okay, 1 second. So I just put my foot just on the
Yeah,
field
just so you could say you stepped on the
just for a
field.
second. And I was like, thank you. I mean, it was silly.
You could see the gears working, and she's like, "What can I get away?" Yeah,
I mean, like,
Stick your
honestly,
foot
like,
out.
I mean, to say that I've stepped on the field is such an understatement because it was like, here's the barrier and here's my
Yeah,
foot. Like,
yeah,
beep,
yeah.
beep. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
But then she got really cool.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
I started walking away and she's like, do you want a pinch of dirt? I was like,
he heard that like
Yeah.
almost as if it were a whisper in the crowd.
and I was like,
I
what?
thought it's funny because I thought Sean was gonna laugh at that. Like, yeah, do I want some dirt? Nope.
I went,
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
if we're offering dirt,
I'll
I'll
take
take
some
some dirt. So I took a little pinch. I went, thank you. And
First
I put it
pinch
in my
is free.
pocket. And actually, I have it here. If you
got the dirt?
Yeah, I do have it in a little baggie.
You're gonna rub it on your baseballs before for good luck. Now it's that Fenway dirt.
I don't know. I don't know why I took the dirt.
Well, it was offered to you. That was kind of the polite.
I
thing
wouldn't have
to
ever
do.
asked for the dirt.
No.
Yeah.
But it was
But
offered.
It was offered, and I was like, well,
You actually shared some dirt with an internet soldier came by the booth.
yeah, there's a Boston fan. I'm like, hey,
It was
you.
still in your pocket.
I have some dirt in my pocket. You want some? And he did.
Like a drug dealer, we gave it to him in like a
little-
tiny plastic
You got some of that
baggie.
Fenway dirt?
Yeah. Anyways, so that was
when Sean gave it to him, this guy, he went,
It's good.
yeah, it's Fenway.
It's the real
That's
shit.
Fenway. That's Green Monster right
That's
there.
so that was already like at this point, my night was
A
like
great
a
night.
10 out of
Yeah.
10, 11 out of 10, as I said. Then I was like, well, we're not too far. We could walk to Cheers. So then the four of us walked the mile and whatever.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
all flat. It was fine.
We had to
Yeah.
walk off the dog, the Cracker Jacks. I think we got sausage and peppers after.
Yes,
that.
we got sausage.
There's a lot of sausages and peppers or Italian sausages leaving the park.
Yeah.
So we all
Yeah.
picked up.
There
on
was no way I wasn't getting that.
Yeah, it
We
was
walked
so
out of
good.
that stadium and
Authentic,
there's like
dude.
this guy who looks like a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
He's like, you want a sausage and peppers or what? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. That smells
Yeah.
so good.
We want 4,
Yeah.
please.
So yeah,
And
we,
it was
we had
really
to walk
good.
that off.
We walked it off. We walked to the Cheers bar, which again for me is a show that I watch every single day. And I was like, "This
Do you
is
really
fuck-
watch that every single day?
every single
You
night."
fall asleep to it?
Really?
Every night I put on Cheers. Now I will say that Jenny and I have a thing where we do Cheers and then we finish that and we watch Frasier and finish
Yeah.
that and go back to Cheers. So
Okay.
it's either
so you
Frasier or Cheers.
alternate. Okay.
We
gotcha.
alternate. Yeah. But I will
Kelsey
say
Grammer
that so for the last 7 months of how long it takes us to finish it, I've been falling asleep to Cheers. And so to be there and then like across the street from Cheers is like this beautiful park.
It's gigantic,
beautiful
too.
And
Yeah.
we just walked around that. And I'm like, this is such a lovely night.
Cheers
What a night with my
blossoms,
friends. It was
bunny rabbits.
great. It was
It
great.
was.
It was a really good night.
It was a great night. So, anyways, that was our little Boston adventure. But a lot of that is on the Patreon. If you want to see how we got to the
Yeah.
game, it's
Yes.
all there
Yep.
on the Patreon. So check it out.
Yeah.
If you're
Yes.
not a member, you should sign up.
Yeah, really fun time. You edited that on the way back on the plane.
I was
right?
on the plane,
You were
yeah.
like trying to get that thing out as fast as possible.
I was
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like I've talked a long time, so I will.
Yeah,
I'll take a back
pretty
seat.
I'm pretty done.
I'll take a back seat on that. I was very
Thank
excited.
God.
I was very excited.
Yeah, your cortisol levels are just shot through the roof right now.
Well,
You gotta
I've
chill.
had very little sleep and a lot of caffeine.
Same.
Why didn't you guys sleep?
We
We were stuck in an era.
Well,
Stuck.
let me just preface and warn everybody.
You ain't talking about
I want to warn
1955,
everyone
are you?
ahead of time. I'm going to give everyone warning
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
now.
warn
this
us.
is a disclaimer at home.
Yes.
Johnny edited a huge intro for disclaimer,
Nah.
safety zone, and it breaks through.
Resident Evil.
It's like that one freeway in San Diego where they keep putting signs so that people don't crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep crashing into
Johnny, 3 letters can get you out of that problem. I won't tell you which ones.
No, we don't do that technique any
No,
longer.
that's
Yeah.
old.
Nah,
Old hat.
that's my little trick, Johnny. You can take it if you want it.
Anyway,
That's your move.
so just a warning.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a theme park thing.
it. Yes.
Sorry, but
think
it's not
we're safe.
Disney. It's not any Disney related.
Hey,
anything.
Thank God.
We can
Warning
talk
everybody.
about our interests.
No, hold on. I'll talk about that later. I got something to say about
He's
that.
going to speak on it.
But no. But anyway, we found out Universal was doing this. We kind of booked this while we were in
Yeah,
Boston.
we just booked it in Boston. Yeah.
Universal announced recently they were doing a thing at night called FanFest Nights.
Okay.
And it was all these logos, okay? Back to the Future, okay? One Piece, all right? Star Trek, what, okay? And everyone thought they're doing a theme night for each of these things or what? And then the event happened. No one kind of knew what it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's one event for all these things. It's basically like Halloween Horror Nights. They do that where
Yeah.
it's a bunch of different mazes.
Sure.
It's that just for different things that people are fans of.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a Star Trek walkthrough. It's a maze, but it's not scary.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I mean?
no jump scares. There's nothing. It's
Oh,
just
wow.
it's an experience you walk through, and it's awesome.
So and then okay, so you'll walk through the bridge of a ship in Star Trek. There's a Dungeons and Dragons thing where you walk through a whole experience there, go through
Yeah.
a forest and go through whatever. It was like, oh, I don't know if anyone's kind of done this before. And looked into it further, and I gotta say, just up front, that this event, it was pretty relatively cheap to go. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, $70, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the rides were open, all these experiences were happening, and it's like, yeah, I don't know when Disney does this, all they have is photo meet and greets with the obscure. Here's Glub Shitto over
Yeah.
here.
Take a photo with them.
And the event is $170 and they're
Yes.
open for 4 hours.
It's like the price of going in the day
yeah.
to go to this night thing that's just photo ops.
Yeah. So Universal smoked them on
Yes.
this. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm hearing it's fun. But the piece de resistance of the whole thing, if people hadn't heard about this, Back to the Future, they just took you on the shuttle to Town Square from the movie
Hill
where
Valley?
they shot the
Hill Valley.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one else in the world can do something like this.
No, yeah.
true.
They actually shuttled you down to where the movie was shot. That set is still there, and it's 1955. And the whole thing was in character.
And they basically open the door to say, go explore.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Oh, that's
They literally tell you,
sick.
we're shuttling you to 1955. You're going to get there.
It's Doc Brown going like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this thing can't get up to 88 miles an hour, but I figured it out."
He's making all the jokes on the tram.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And you get there, and I'm gonna say, and I know this is gonna sound whatever, but you get off the shuttle, and suddenly it's all these signs. Oh, the new neighborhood, the Lion Estates,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and they're faintly playing the diddle diddle.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
And my hair was standing up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what are we doing? And you walk through, and then
you
you're just
go
in
around the corner,
Town Square.
and there's the fucking clock tower.
Yep.
And it's just like, I cannot. First off, I've never seen this set on the tram tour.
No, you've
when
never
you drive
done it.
past it, because I just sometimes don't take you there.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I've never seen it. Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
And so Rocco came to me. He's like, hey, usually you're not really in on this theme park stuff. He's like, this one I think you should do. I think you should see
Yeah.
this one. Don't even look into it. Just trust me. This is the one that you should check out. So I was like, okay, I will trust you and we will do the thing.
Yeah.
And oh my God, like being on the set where they shot the fucking movie and now it's at night and
Yeah.
you have people dressed like the characters and they're performing the scenes where they actually shot the scenes. It's
Yeah.
like, what is happening?
that's
Like
sick.
it was so sick.
So how it worked is they basically had an hour's worth of story. It's
To
the story
tell.
of the movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Happening live everywhere.
Whoa.
So at any given point where you are, you could be, oh shit, oh, Biff is hassling George McFly about his book. Oh, he just knocked his books.
Yeah.
You could be doing that, but someone across town, they're seeing Marty enter the town for the first time. Oh, this is heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone else by the clock tower, they're noticing like a crack in the door, and Doc Brown is coming down. We have to. Oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
We got to harness this. Whatever. And it's like
Is there a DeLorean
Everyone's-
like under a blanket outside?
so they kind of set a couple things up as photo ops.
Sure.
So DeLorean was just sitting on the side of the town.
Okay.
But let me
But-
tell you the piece de resistance on that.
Yeah.
Maybe the longest line, because the
Was-
lines were not bad the whole event.
No.
The longest line of the night was a photo op with that DeLorean because of one detail.
And Garrett, this is why.
Oh, Einstein.
Einstein.
They
Oh,
had
that's
the dog.
amazing,
They had
dude.
an actual dog.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sit
Take
there
photos
and
with.
every 5 minutes they'd switch out the dog so like the other dog could get a break.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was like they had the fucking dog with the stopwatch on it sitting in the
It
fucking
was
car.
already. It was the
That's
DeLorean parked in like the
amazing.
garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all the
And
cloth.
plus,
cloth.
plus a cute dog.
Yeah.
The longest
So
line of
smart.
anything
Yes.
that night.
Yeah,
It
which I
like-
was like, I got it for a second. I'm like, nah, what am I doing? So I got out. But it was
Yeah.
like, it was so
That's pretty
fucking cool.
dope.
But
They
what was
know how to do
amazing
it.
about, again, so it's ongoing. And then, again, we're talking with Doc Brown, and then we hear across the town, hey, everyone at Hill Valley High, get ready for the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Yep.
And they've got a full band.
Oh, shit.
And they're playing all the like
All those
period
songs.
appropriate
Yeah.
music, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's
All right, here's
sick.
Marvin Berry.
Yeah.
It's like, I
that's
can't do
sick.
this. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
It was so cool. But then, like, if you know the movie well enough, which obviously we do,
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, we got to go over here to the car right now because he's about to punch Biff in the face.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then, like, we'd run over there. I'm like, okay, now we got to run over to the Enchantment of the Sea dance because I know that Marty's about to get on stage. And then, sure enough, like, Marty shows up and he can't. He like Lorraine
His
and
hand is-
George are dancing.
Yeah.
But that guy cuts in and then he can't play anymore because his hand.
his hand
yeah.
starts going numb.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's just like everyone starts booing the guy, like, get out of here! Like, you're
Yeah.
ruining this.
And it's cool because during that, Strickland is just in the crowd, like
Yeah, he's walking through, like,
walking through,
a bald
just like
dude?
Bald guy with
yeah,
a
bald
he's
guy,
going
just like, okay, stop that, stop that.
fucking
And
great.
again, like they're performing to, there's a crowd of people, so
Yeah.
they'll perform to the crowd, but then they'll just walk away into moments just with you. Like he'll just go up. These guys are slackers.
Because
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah, yeah.
improving
They'll
with
get
the
in your
audience.
face and
totally.
talk with
Oh, that's
you.
sick.
And the whole
Oh,
time
that's
I'm
so
there,
cool.
I'm thinking, this is the Star Wars hotel concept.
Yes.
And it proves this worked people want stuff like this. It's working right now. This is exactly what was so cool about that.
Yeah, immersive storylines.
And you realize, what killed the Star Wars thing was the fucking cost.
It cost so much.
Yeah.
This was $70 and we're out here on the set they filmed it. You can't touch this.
Yeah, it was
Like
such,
you can't touch this.
No one
was-
can do that.
It was so amazing. And it even had a thing where at the end, like, so the climax of the movie happens, then they project the end of the movie on the clock tower. And then like on the street where the DeLorean goes down, like all these lights start flashing, and then all of a sudden these flames burst up, and there's like the flames on the road.
Yeah.
And they had the out of time license plate spinning around.
Oh,
it just
whoa.
Like on a motor.
On a motor,
Oh,
just
that's
spun around.
sick. What a
The
good
detail
touch.
in it
Yeah.
was so fucking. It was so fucking.
And then if you stuck
cool.
around, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Sorry for everybody at home. I have
Right,
a
like-
video on my phone.
And if you stuck around for that hour to loop, it would just kind of like
Yeah.
start that same
Yeah, we
story.
did. We did.
You can just hang out down there. There's no
You
time
could
limit.
stay there the whole night if
Yeah.
you wanted to and just keep
and the
seeing-
story kind of makes sense for Back to the Future because it is a like, okay, now this happens again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will say though,
You're stuck there
What
in that
was
loop.
interesting though, in comparison again to what they did with the Star Wars Hotel, I will say that another big fundamental difference is, I mean, I had a lot of fun at the Star Wars Hotel,
Yes.
but it really was all original characters. It wasn't anything from the movies. You almost could call it something else.
Yeah.
It was in the Star Wars universe,
Yeah.
but you know.
Sure.
And Back to the Future was special because they stuck to the story of the movie. And both are different takes on it. Both are valid and fun. But the Back to the Future thing was cool because of what you just said. It was, I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Oh,
We gotta go over here.
We
now.
should all
we
go to
gotta
the
check
clock
out
tower
this.
because the shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
And so we got a perfect spot for that because it's like, the storm's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're starting to
Yeah,
hear the
yeah,
thunder
yeah.
rumble.
And then, like,
we
they have,
know
like,
what's
lightning effects
happening.
above
Like we got the
buildings.
flyers
cool.
from the
Oh,
Save
yeah.
the Clock Tower lady
Did
at
they
the
have
beginning.
a woman doing the thing,
Yeah.
shaking the
She
can?
was
He did
there
that
before you went
even
down
got
there.
on the tram
Yeah.
to get down
Boom.
there.
And she gave like same color. It's just like
Did
save
she
the
have
clock tower.
a coin
yeah.
and a soup
She's
can?
like, Save the Clock Tower. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's
And
great.
she was trying to tell me about the clock tower. It's it's been broken. I'm like, oh, they haven't fixed it. And she's like, well, no, that's what gives it character. Is how it is. And I said, oh, it's that vibe, yeah. And she goes, yes, that's our slogan. Save the clock tower. It's our vibe. Thank you. I mean,
So
we had
into
a
it.
thing.
Yeah.
It was going for minutes.
Well,
and
that's
like
great.
it was.
There was a moment where I just kind of like broke off from Rocco and Kevin, and I was just like standing there looking at the clock tower, like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And then next to me right here, Doc Brown shows up and he goes, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what's going on? And he's just like, well, I have this problem. And he starts going to this whole thing with me. And he's just like,
wow.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the lightning to the thing and the gigawatts and all this stuff. And
You
I'm
had to
like-
help him plan.
And then like he like brings me into the thing. He's like, what would you do? And I'm like, well, what I would do. And then like it became a
You're
whole
like, oh,
thing.
I know.
I've got video. Maybe we can't add that on for the edited version. I didn't send it to Johnny. But I've got a lot of video of you planning with him.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, at one point he was like, I don't know how to get to the top of the tower. Like, oh, perhaps a big, I don't have a ladder. Maybe we stack people up and they hoist me up there. And I was, dude, that's a bad idea. I wouldn't do that. You're right. Oh, the wind. I hadn't calculated that. It would
Yeah.
just knock us over. Whatever. I mean, it was just so much fun.
One thing that's great about Universal is it's in Hollywood, so everybody's just a stellar actor.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone's good.
everybody's so good.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was anyway. So that was fucking
That's sick.
dope. It was like, man, this
You guys went last night.
last
Yes.
night it started at 7.
This is like fresh.
We didn't get there at 7. Yeah, we just got back from this because it ended at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Which I could not hang till 2. But I got there. I was there till like 12:30, which for me
Okay.
is like
But that's late for you.
That's like 2 in my world. It's
Yeah.
very late.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rocco.
No, but so this is what I wanted to get to is so Back to the Future thing was by far the best thing. There.
Yes. That's the
Then after
crown jewel
that,
of
but you again, as I mentioned, there was a Star Trek experience, and you could walk into. It was like I didn't know anything about it,
Yeah.
so we walked in. I was excited to do this because I know Sean here is a big Star Trek
Yes.
nut.
That is true.
So I was like, he's got to see this. You go in. It was like where they used to do like the Walking Dead
Yes.
maze.
Oh,
in-
interesting.
the
but,
permanent one.
Yeah, and it's like a Enterprise museum. It's like, oh, we're preserving these old ships. You're about to enter Enterprise D, which
Mhm.
was used to be the ship of Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes, that's
So
the one.
Sean is now making noises.
Because I didn't know.
You didn't know
I didn't know.
Jean-Luc.
I didn't know what this
Star
was
Trek
at
was.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea what this was.
And this is your favorite one.
So then we enter, you get to see the rooms of the ship. And the reason I'm setting this up is, you're a big Back to the Future fan.
Yes.
But you never soy-faced at Back to the Future like you did on the Star
Did
Trek.
I really?
Yeah.
And if you need proof, Johnny, run the clip.
Oh no.
Oh. Hello.
So this is when things are going wrong.
Yeah.
Can they see this at home?
that was
It's
just
okay.
for me.
No, no worries. So things are going wrong. We got to follow
Yeah.
them. All right, come
We're
with
going
them.
engineering.
Come on. Because these are legitimately like
They look great.
recreations. I'd never seen the
The
show.
sets were great.
Yeah.
Look, watch this. Watch. Oh, soy face at the bridge.
It's the bridge, dude.
Yo, Data sits
Where
right
the fuck
there.
was my invite? This shit's crazy.
Oh,
Dude.
Johnny, I'm sorry.
The eventfulness of that. Oh, and here's some pictures of Sean at the bridge. Look, we were asked to leave, and I basically said no, and I took pictures
Look
of
at you.
Sean doing that.
I'm so happy.
You were editing this during the pre-show to get this out.
Yeah, just on your phone.
Just in time, Rocco. This is great. Thank you. That was amazing.
But yeah, those the sets were really good. It was the like story of it was whatever. It was kind of just like, whoa. Oh
We're
no,
being
there's
attacked.
an alien. Oh, they're good. Did we just make first contact?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
And that's it. I kind of feel like it would have been better if instead of, because it was just them going, oh no, go into this room. Oh no, go into that room. It should have just been like, check out the Enterprise, look around.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't need the.
Because that's what Hill Valley was. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you can just see this if
Yeah.
you want.
And even have those people in it just to talk with
Yeah.
you.
They're
Like,
doing their own
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
At their
It should have
post.
been a chill maze.
Yeah.
Like to go through. You know what I mean? Like, just like, it should have been ASMR like the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it was the Next Generation Star Trek and Back to the Future are not linked at all in my mind.
No.
And the fact that this thing had both those things for me, like, how the fuck did this happen for
Yeah.
me? This was made specifically just for me. Like, this
Yeah.
is wild.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
crazy.
There's certain things in media where I felt that way too. Yeah, and it's like, well, how did they know? So the good, perfect crossover
Yeah.
of all your favorite things.
Johnny, are you a Next Generation fan? I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, me and my dad love all
Are
Star
you?
Trek.
I didn't
know that.
realize that.
Johnny, we should have.
I'm sorry.
We
Yeah.
looked
you're
this up when
fine.
we were in Boston. We didn't think about it, dude. I'm sorry.
I was joking. You're fine.
Oh man, but it was a insanely fun night. It was so good.
That sounds
I
awesome.
hope this was a hit. It was empty. I mean,
It
like
was
when we went,
empty.
but I've heard that even on nights that it's crowded, there really wasn't waits.
Not that much weight.
The biggest lines for anything were honestly the anime stuff.
yeah.
the
And
One Piece.
all
stuff?
One Piece had was character meet and greets. That's it. They had all the characters, and that's it.
just in
But-
cosplay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not like a big mascot version of
No.
Luffy.
No,
don't
they
think
were
so.
no, and they looked good.
Cosplayers.
And then there was I did do. You guys had left.
yeah.
There's a Jujutsu Kaisen like 40x thing
Ah,
that was imported from Universal Japan, but they didn't. It was okay.
Oh.
They didn't import the 3D, so the whole movie
Really?
like the seats moved and stuff. So it was cool theater effects, but it didn't have the 3D effect. They didn't use glasses or anything, so it was just like oh, I doubt they'll be able to catch this. Oh yeah, a dark demon. Check this attack out.
ooh, look out!
I mean, it was like
I could not get into.
we're all
that
just
show.
sitting there.
Fist.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It
so-
was it started again with like kids in school.
yeah.
And I can only do like 4 episodes, and it's like we're still kids in school. I think I'm putting this one down.
It was very cool. I think if you were a fan,
Yeah.
they decorate like they had props from the show in the theater, and like the thing was really it was cool. I think if you were really into that, it was dope. But yeah, I've never seen it. But anyway, yeah, the anime fans, I would say maybe were the biggest group, and there was the least for them to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that sucks.
And I've heard rumors that behind the scenes, there's been a lot of pushback to like, there's like people within Universal going, no, anime is like, we need anime stuff. And, older execs like, no, what? And that this like proved them like, people bought tickets because they're anime fans.
Yeah.
Even though there's like
They
nothing.
came in cosplay.
Yeah,
they had
Oh,
a cosplay
that's
competition and tons of One Piece cosplays,
Yeah.
tons of Jujutsu
It was
Kaisen
hilarious
cosplays.
seeing
That's
all the
awesome.
One Piece and Star Trek cosplayers in Hill Valley on the set.
Yeah.
Like, there were
Yeah.
so many Star Trek people on that
Yeah.
shit.
Apparently, at one point in Tokyo, in the Osaka, Universal Japan,
Mm-hmm.
apparently at one point they overlaid the Waterworld show to be One Piece.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
really cool.
Waterworld wasn't running at all during
Yeah.
this thing, and so a lot of people are saying, "Oh, if they're smart, they'll just do that next year."
Yeah, because
Like,
Kevin and I went to the Wild World thing after we split off from you.
okay, yeah.
Because there was a photo op of you could be in like the captain's
the
chair on
captain's
the
chair, yeah.
Enterprise.
When I was leaving, I saw that
Yeah,
and
we-
was like, "Oh no, I hope they didn't miss
We
that."
saw that. I
We
took,
saw-
I took
he
a ton
had
of
picture
photos
me.
of Sean in
Yeah,
there.
I got it.
So,
But it was right in front of the Waterworld thing. Like you blocking Waterworld for like this photo.
Yeah,
op.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of
It
off
made
in the
me
corner.
sad. I saw the darkened Waterworld
Yeah.
sign. I was like, "Oh," but anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, what a week. You
Yeah,
know?
it was a
The
busy
thing-
week.
And it was like I was telling Kevin like a week ago I was at Fenway Park and now I'm here. Like
Yeah,
this is
at
crazy.
Hill
What a-
Valley.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome PAX. It was a long PAX,
Yeah.
but
It was long, but I felt like the people at the booth were super happy to see us. It
Yeah.
was, it was
Yeah.
it was a great time.
Our
the panel
booth-
was super fun.
Like
Yeah.
to be honest, we don't always give a little behind the scene. We don't always give you all the behind the scenes nitty gritty, but our booth crushed it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who came.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
We were busy from open to close.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cons where it's like we're just kind of like twiddling our thumbs. Sometimes that happens.
and it gets boring. Like,
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Comic-Con, it's like we're there on Saturday and there's fucking Marvel panels all day.
Yeah.
They ain't interested in our ass. So
Yeah.
we're just kind of like, all right. But this PAX East was beginning to end
Bumping.
bumping. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it was sorry if I appeared extremely tired on. There was one of the days where I was like dying.
Yeah.
And it was I didn't sleep much going into the con because we were getting stuff ready for it. And then we filmed a bunch of stuff, and
Yeah,
then
we were up
there was
late
one day where
during
all
the
caught
con.
up to me, and so I had like a blanket over me, and I was just like
Straganona.
trying to play into it. Yeah, trying to look Straganona mode.
I love it when you guys mention Straganona.
I
There's
do
something
too.
about that
I
where
grew
it's
up
like
with that book, and I love
that
when
is such a deep cut.
It's a super deep cut.
Like you have to be at our age
Yep.
and have to have read that book, which is not likely. But Straganona looked that book up.
And I think you mentioned it. It's like, what is Dragonona about? And I think like
pasta,
some-
right?
Yeah, it is. But I think a lot of us didn't even know that.
I remember like it was like she couldn't stop her pot of
Yeah,
pasta from like,
an
overflowing.
endless. It was a pot of pasta. She could just endlessly make pasta, and some
Yeah.
kid gets a hold of it, and it just
Fucks
keeps
it all
making
up.
pasta.
And it's
Fuck
like
that
fills
kid,
up the
dude.
whole
You had a
world.
good thing and you
Yeah, I
fucked
know.
it up.
I know.
There are some books as a kid that like I still look at like, hey, that was a good book. And I think
Yeah.
Straganona is one
Jolly
of them.
Mon, dude.
Jolly
Jolly
Mon.
Mon, dude.
Hey, there is
Give it
a
out.
a cookie.
there
Hey,
is
real quick.
Oh.
Keep talking about this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like, I need like a drink. I'm like
Yeah.
losing my voice.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
Get a
get a drink
sip,
real quick.
dude. Get a
There
beverage.
is a book that I saved. There's a couple. One is called Miss Nelson is Missing. I don't know if you remember this one.
No.
But it's about a class who was really. Why? Then you kick the camera. It was really naughty. And so then the next day, Miss Viola Swamp shows up and
Oh,
she's
no.
really mean. But it was Miss Nelson the whole time, like just like
In a
teaching her,
costume?
yeah, teaching her kids like
cosplaying.
But you never really say it, although like at the end you see a picture of like the Miss Viola Swamp's book, her dress hanging in the closet. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's the
There's
same
one
lady.
a Sesame Street book that I fucking love.
Okay.
And it stars Grover, and it's him saying it's called "There's a Monster at the End of This Book." And the entire book is Grover
I do remember that.
begging you not to turn the next page. Like, don't turn the next page because there is a monster at the end of the book. I read the
Yeah,
title.
yeah.
Please don't turn the next page. And it's like, you turn it. It's like, you turned the page. No. I asked you not to do that. Like,
It keeps building.
and it's him being like, please, God, we're getting, okay, there's one page left. Please don't turn to the, and then it ends up being him and he was the monster.
Oh,
Oh,
it
that's
was
not
me.
scary. It was me. I didn't realize. I thought that was the
learned.
cleverest, funniest thing as a kid that I saved that book and I have it. I read it to my kids when they were little. I love that fucking
Yeah,
book.
I don't know. I was like the only memories I have of books are Dr. Seuss ones.
I love
Okay.
Dr. Seuss too.
and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe those Shel Silverstein.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sidewalkins.
and the Giving Tree, or what was it called? There was two Shel Silverstein
Yes.
books.
Where the
I-
sidewalk ends in
What was the other one called? Giving
Giving
Tree.
Tree, that's
okay.
it.
I
Oh,
was
fuck,
right.
no. Light in the Attic was a Shel Silverstein. Giving Tree, I hate.
What was that? Okay, that was like a
That
little
book.
like novel. Then I'm thinking Light in the attic.
Light in the attic.
Light
yeah.
in the attic.
Yeah.
And
Giving Tree.
sidewalk in.
Fuck that book. Don't talk about
Why?
that book. Fuck off with that book.
Why? What the Giving Tree do
It's
to
the
you?
Like
fuck that
Hellboy.
kid. Fuck that kid sucks. It's about the Giving Tree kid who keeps taking things from the tree.
He's worse than the kid that said, "What kiss while you wash back there." He's worse than that little shit.
I hate that book.
It's teaching a lesson.
Yeah, fuck that. And then I remember being a kid being like, this book is so sad. The tree gives its life for this stupid ass fucking kid. Wasn't even worth it. And then I'm like, and this fucking book is made out of a tree, and now I'm sad about this too. Fuck all this.
Don't make me sad.
It's like the
Don't make
Attack
me
on
sad.
Titan ending.
Where's Grover? Get Grover back in here.
My
This
go ahead.
tree the fuck out of here.
Does anyone have fond memories of? It might be a little bit much, but does anyone have fond memories of "Love You Forever"?
I don't know what that is.
No.
None. No, I don't know.
We should
that.
like read that on camera. That's a. I think that will fuck with Sean.
Oh, for sure.
It's a kid's book, but it's about growing up. Like I don't know. I read that once as a kid, and I loved engaging with like sad stuff as a kid. You know what I mean? Like shit like Bambi, where it's like, damn, wow, they like did something sad like that.
They went for it. Made
I
you
always
feel
thought
something.
it was cool to like go through that roller coaster, and
Yeah.
it didn't bother me. Love You Forever was one where I was like, you're getting abusive with this right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Some
Yeah.
Watership Down. type
I guess I could tell. I mean, it's not like I'm spoiling a children's book.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
it's probably.
it's a little kid, and they do. It's about a little kid who just fucking causes trouble, and then but they have a little song about "I'll love you forever." You know, you messed up the bathroom. You fucking wrote marker all over the fucking walls and shit. But I love you forever, and blah 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 blah. And then it's just the kid gets older, and his mom is like old and like frail, and he cradles her and sings that song to
Oh,
her.
come on.
Love you forever. As
Yeah.
a kid, I was like, no, why are you doing that to me?
no.
Anyway,
Yo, that's
People
tough.
die. Oh
No, man, that sucks. Time passing, and then like that.
I wasn't ready for that as a
Yeah,
little
yeah. As a little
No.
kid.
That was like too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's what all dogs go to heaven. Supposed to wrap that in
Yeah.
a nice little cartoon package.
Yeah,
I
I
did
didn't
not-
understand that.
no.
Like I
algorithm.
liked some sad, but that was like, guys, chill.
I just stunk with the stinky cheese man. That was just
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Stick with that.
That
Give me
was
sad.
great. That was great. True story of the Three Little Pigs. That was dope.
Oh,
You guys
love that
read
one.
a
Yeah,
lot.
that's the
Love
Stinky
that.
Cheese Man.
Yeah.
in the Cheeseverse.
The true story,
I'll
and it's
grind
from the
your
wolf's
roast
perspective.
and
Say like, I'm not a bad guy. I had a cold and I was sneezing, and I didn't
Yeah.
mean to knock over those houses.
Yeah.
See, I didn't-
I love that shit.
I didn't have all these books that you guys are talking. I had like I said, the
Dr. Seuss.
the Dr. Seuss and stuff, and like when I was real little, those little golden.
Oh yeah,
books.
yeah.
But then I got those scary stories to read in the dark.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
I love
And
those.
then it was over. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, those three, that trilogy with the good artwork.
Love the. I just loved. Speaking of artwork,
Yeah.
obviously the artwork in the Scary Stories book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was
Fucking next
Stephen
level,
Stephen. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the artist, but the artist for the True Story of the Three Little Pigs and Stinky Cheese Man was Lane Smith,
Okay.
and that guy's painting artwork as a kid was like, oh my god, I could pour over this for hours. I just loved looking at it.
Really?
Just the art. So the book was funny, but then the art was good too. I'm like,
Yeah.
we got the perfect combination here.
That's the shit.
So I love that.
I feel like I could write a kid's book. I think I could do that.
that could be fun.
That'd be a fun ass job.
Eric the actor did it.
If Jimmy
He
Buffett
did
could do
it. Yeah, Dougie the Puggy.
Jimmy Buffett did it. Yeah, Sean, you
Jimmy-
could totally
I
write.
could-
You have
I could-
4 kids,
Yeah,
man.
I could do it.
You know what they like.
I do. I mean, I could. What I could do is I still have my notes of the bedtime stories I would tell my girls that continued for like
Yeah.
a year.
With that stuffed animal that you used to have to bring on tour with you and everything.
Mhm,
You don't
yep.
do that anymore, huh?
No, they got
It
too
didn't
old
come
for
to
that.
Boston.
No, they're too old for that. But I'm trying to think. If you know what, I will say this: if you have a young child now, a new book that fucking slaps is "The Day the Crayons Quit." That is a great.
Oh,
I love.
okay.
You know what? Every now and then you find a kid's book that's like, this is clever,
Okay.
and this one is about the crayons are all tired of being used for the same thing, and they write a letter to this kid like, "Hey, blue crayon here. I am tired of being in the ocean. That's a lot of work. Like, knock it off." Like, I don't know. It's like
Oh, wow.
it's very funny. Anyways. I don't know how I got into this topic.
You know what
sorry.
that just reminded me of? This is unrelated,
Children's
sort of, but it just
novel.
reminded me of. I found out that I heard a rumor that in Dragon Ball, a lot of times they would bring back old villains or in the movie, whatever, and that they never brought back Cell very often because Akira Toriyama was like, "Yeah, I fucked up. The design of that guy has so many dots. I'm over it.
Too hard to draw.
So it was like, yeah, kill Cell and never see him again. Okay,
we didn't really get it until Super.
Yeah.
Until that movie.
Yeah,
that
that movie.
the
Yeah.
superhero. Sorry,
And that they could
superhero.
CG it and not have to
That's what I was
draw
just
it again and
thinking.
again.
It's a
Apparently,
computer.
yeah, we never got Cell again until they could CG the whole thing.
I will say that the dots are a pain in the ass. I made that costume, so I hear you.
had to make
I'm
it like
just
4
like
times.
draw that
Toriyama.
every fucking frame.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I had to do a lot of mini cells, so I'm pretty much went through the same thing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
You had
Toriyama.
to make it a
Hi,
bunch of times.
it's me, Sean Toriyama.
Sean Toriyama.
Sean Sama.
Anyways, man, I'm on a roll today, guys.
We got a new Toriyama, a new Pope. Sean's on a roll.
dude.
We didn't even. Did we talk about? I guess maybe
think
the other guys kind of
they
did last
covered
week
the
about.
Pope
Yeah,
last
while we
week,
were at PAX.
about
Did we say about we fucked up?
Oh yeah, we
at
kind
the
of
booth.
made a faux pas on the show floor.
We
at
made a
PAX
Pope
East.
pas. Yeah.
Pope pas.
Yeah.
We were at the booth when all this
We were
news
at
got
the
out.
booth in Boston
And we love breaking news.
when the Pope was
Yes.
announced. And Boston's a very Catholic city, so we thought everyone would be happy.
they're
know
gonna be
this.
happy.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, Rock was
drink
like,
Dunkin'.
"Yo, we got white smoke."
What?
Showing the
What?
picture of the Vatican, and so
White
like,
smoke.
we got white smoke.
We got white
smoke. And
smoke!
we're screaming white smoke, and then I realized, oh, it's like we're yelling fire. 'Cause
Yeah,
people
it's
are like,
very
yeah,
close.
people are
What?
going. People
What?
are going where?
And
Yeah.
that's like, oh fuck.
Oh wait, new Pope.
Oh shit.
We got a Pope. He's a USA American Pope.
yeah.
We kind of switched from
we had-
white
we had-
smoke to American
we had
Pope.
a course correct because
And then I started playing Pop Smoke
Pop smoke.
Yeah.
just to like cover the bases.
but we should not have yelled white smoke
No.
indoors.
No. At a convention.
But it was very safe. The enforcers they gave us a slap on the wrist. We didn't mind.
yeah,
It was
Didn't mind
fine. I deserved it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I think I was having so much fun at PAX East. I was getting a little rowdy. I'm surprised I didn't break anything worse than I did. I kind of might have fucked up the end of our panel intro.
Yeah, you did unplug that.
We
yeah.
had to,
HDMI.
we had to go back and watch the evidence.
The panel intro, we made a new panel. Anytime we do an event, we like to have a flashy intro, and I changed it for this year. It's
a good
Yeah,
song.
it got cut off, and I was like, "That's weird. Why did they stop it? Did they not? Was it too loud? I don't know." And then didn't find out till the panel was over. People were slow-mo reviewing the footage. Yeah, Garrett hit it. Garrett hit
we
the.
had a dance party.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, Garrett's dancing and he hit the.
He touched
board.
the table right here to catch himself.
They were
and then the video
freeze
ends.
framing it to reveal to me evidence.
I'm glad though because I now it's not just whatever the AV guys fucked up. No, I fucked up and I should feel bad.
Good.
And
Yeah,
I do.
I'm glad you
As long
felt
as
and
you do.
I apologize to everyone working in that, volunteering your time. Oh my God, I should go to each enforcer personally.
Yeah, I should post them. We got some rad pictures of the dance party.
Oh, yeah.
and it is you see the picture of you, whatever. I think.
Sean decided to jump from the stage, and I was kind of headbanging around and making these ugly faces and stuff at everyone, and then I kind of whipped up to see you in midair trying to course correct because you're about to collide.
I jumped way farther than I thought. At Red Hat Jesse
Yeah.
took these pictures, and maybe I'll give them to Johnny or I'll post them somewhere. But you see me running, the jumping, and then my face oh fuck. And I'm like, let's hit Garrett in the face, and then you see me on the floor, and then Garrett knocking the cable out.
So yeah, because
it's all one motion.
Now I'm off balance, so I try to catch my balance by grabbing hold of the table, and that's as soon as my hands come in contact with the table, it's
they are dope pictures though, legitimately.
Oh yeah, and shout out to the homie Dave. He said he got a bunch.
Did he?
Yeah.
Do you see Dave?
Yeah, he was shooting the panel too.
Did you see him after the?
Oh yeah, I talked to him after you and Rocco left. He came by and talked to me and Kevin for a
Shouts
while.
out. Love Dave.
I
Yeah,
also saw Jack from
yeah, caught up
formerly
big
of,
time with Jack.
Achievement Hunter,
and
Rooster Teeth, yeah.
Rooster Teeth and stuff like that.
It was
Yeah.
great to
seeing
see
Jack
Jack.
again.
It was so nice to see. It was such a surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I sounded too excited. I'm like, Jack!
No, we
super
were
high pitched.
We hadn't seen him since our tour. I think
It's
We-
been a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
I was
long
like,
years.
it was so nice to see him.
Do you guys rank your friends' voices?
No, but I
What
think I must be
voices you wanna
low.
hear the most?
I cannot imagine. I'm
Jack's
high
got
on
a
that
great
list.
voice.
Jack is a top 5 voice.
He's a top 5
he's got
voice.
a really
when he
nice
talks,
voice.
it's hey guys, hey, great to see you guys. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good to see you. I'm like,
Yep.
He
yeah,
could be
just
on the
keep
radio with that
talking.
voice.
That's
Yeah.
why they
Just
put
Man
him
with a golden voice,
Dude, he's so prominent in Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
as the innkeeper, where you first go to like take your first
That's
bath. and-
Jack?
That's Jack.
Yep.
Bro, and that's why, because his voice is so good.
I didn't know that was Jack.
Dude, he made Ruby what it was. I'm telling you, Jack's a top. You're absolutely right, Rocco. Top
He's
5.
got
Yeah,
a good
his vo-
voice.
he's got a
I'm
real
jealous
good
of
Trying
that.
to think who's got the best voices just in the world.
I mean,
He's
Troy
up
Baker's
there.
up there.
Oh, dude, I'm playing Indiana Jones. I'm very impressed.
That's a
Dude,
good voice.
him as Indiana Jones. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
that's
like he
amazing.
nailed it.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl
James
Jones.
Iconic.
I could listen to Jennifer Tilly talk for 16,000
Oh,
years.
Jennifer
Jennifer Tilly,
Yeah,
huh?
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you, Miss
I-
Tilly.
When I saw Bound, she did Q&A.
Yeah.
And she didn't even let the guy running it talk. She just like did
went.
she just did like stand up.
Oh.
It was like, yeah, so we went here and then they told me to film. They said there were only going to be 2 guys on the set during the sex scene. And then there ended up being 50 guys and it was a whole fucking nightmare. And no, I'm curious about, hold on, there's more. Anyway, so da-da-da-da-da. And she just kept going. And it was like,
Yeah.
I hope this goes 6 hours. Yeah, just keep going. This is great.
Can I tell you about one of the coolest things I saw at PAX?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an indie game. Actually, our friend, your good friend, Johnny, our friend Jesse,
Yeah.
he was out at PAX. He hung out and talked to us for a little bit. And I kept stopping by the booth that he was helping out at. It was like the indie game area where they show off kind of some selected, I think it's called like PAX 10 or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a game called Cyberlich.
I think so.
And it's this new, they're describing it as a boomer shooter. So already my interest was piqued. I was like, oh,
What would a boomer shooter be?
like your Doom, Quake,
Okay.
Wolfenstein, you
Yeah.
know, whatever.
Okay.
It has this really unique art style and color palette, and it's all, I would say, like white, red, and like gray for the most part, but just a really wacky, fun looking shooter. I wanted to play it. I lined up a couple times. I like escaped from the booth to try to get in. The line was so fucking long.
Yeah.
Apparently this thing,
it was
like-
a standout. for
And
sure.
you're homies with the artist, right?
Yeah, my friend Peter, I think he did all the animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
cool.
I
That is
think
really
it's like
cool.
a team of like 4 dudes or 5 people. I don't know. It's very small, but like the demo came together super last minute, I heard, and then the buzz was huge. So they kept having to extend the line, and then like they had journalists coming over like, hey, what the fuck is this? Like, we want to play this. So I couldn't get in to play it
Oh,
because it
damn.
was so slammed.
That's great.
Yeah, super good. So I mean, look out for that. I think it's coming out for sure. Steam, like wishlist that if you want to check it out. But
Yeah.
Cyberlich was super cool. Got to see our homies over. Is it Retroware?
Yeah.
Justin Silverman
They brought a ton of old arcade games.
brought a ton of arcade games.
Oh, did you ever play that DDR one?
Yes.
I-
oh my God.
I had a 4-hour session.
You did not.
Saturday night.
He started-
Oh,
he-
man.
He played so long, his legs were giving out.
Bro, I've never had.
Oh, I didn't
Like,
know that.
I've never
yeah.
had leg cramps before,
No
but
shit.
people had to like catch me.
Yeah.
I was like
Oh.
falling over.
Yo,
You
what?
had to
I
be
didn't
like
know
helped
that.
to your seat.
I was so stoked because it was like day one. You know, Justin came by and he's like, "Yeah, we got arcades. Definitely go check it out. We provided everything up there this year." I was like, "Oh, I always love seeing that. What do you got? DDR? What cab did you bring?" He's like, "Oh, Solo 2000," and like my jaw
you
hit
did.
the floor.
You were like, what?
It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of these cabinets since 2003. It just happens to be the cabinet that I learned to play on. The Wonderland out by us, actually out by the old studio.
Yeah.
That was our nickel arcade. And they had one DDR machine. It was a Solo 2000. It's a rare cab. It's only got one dance pad.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of songs too that never really showed up on other stuff. Some stuff stuck, but a lot of the songs, and there's not many of them because it's such a, it's from the year 2000. That's when it was made in Japan. But just like stars aligned that this thing is at the convention I'm at. And Saturday was the only day where it was like, we didn't have a panel. We weren't filming out till 2 a.m.
Right.
There wasn't like obligations. So
Yeah.
I had planned it. And I even had to bail on the guys over here that were at dinner with me.
Yeah, you left a little early
you
at dinner.
did?
We had finished eating.
I was like,
eating.
hey, so y'all gonna get the check? Because I could bounce right now. You wouldn't feel bad, would you? And I wouldn't put like my light shoes on.
Oh my
got
god!
ready.
Got my gym clothes on.
I remember back in the day, you finding a machine and playing with your boots on, and I was like,
Yeah,
that's
it was a problem.
Crazy. Yeah, it was a problem.
I started bringing lighter shoes just for the gym, but also in case they have DDR at a convention.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So I geared up and went there, and then a couple internet soldiers, shouts out to Ash and Dean, that were hanging out all night and like all of us taking turns. It was such a vibe.
So
'Cause
yeah, it wasn't just you.
It was a
like,
group,
No.
right?
It was a group.
And
It was a
everybody
big
started joining in, and everybody started crowding around.
Oh,
It was
really?
one of those
Clapping.
situations.
and,
Oh,
like,
you
rooting each-
serious?
Yeah.
It was like a time machine where like everyone's like rooting each other on.
Yeah, they
and,
turned
like,
the machine up.
Oh, they did?
It was lower,
The homie
and they're
from
like,
Retroware.
yeah, everybody's loving this. I'm going
Yeah.
to turn up all the music.
So
He
you
came
like got the
by-
dance, the DDR party started.
Well, it was going, but then like I jumped in.
Your
and-
energy definitely,
and then
brought it.
some other people came by, and I was just kind of like asking. People are shy, especially in the arcade up there, especially when it's like, okay, who's got next? So I just start asking everyone who's like standing around, like, hey, are you next? Hey, are you next? Who's next? Do you know who's next? Okay, so you, and then me. So then I don't know. I kind of got conversations going.
I see.
And then people were kind of crowding around, and I hear a little kid go like, "Oh, mom, I want to play." And we were like, "Okay, who hasn't gone yet? Oh, you want to get in? Okay, we'll
Yeah.
get you." And then everyone got a little more comfortable. There was like a family came in with like 3 of their sons, and they were all jumping in. And then the dad was like really good.
Oh, hell yeah.
So like he was playing on Maniac mode. We were helping everyone like bump up the difficulty and change like the modifiers. But I was just in hog heaven and really was
for like 4
overdoing
hours.
it. It was maybe like the second hour I maybe didn't drink enough water that day.
Mm.
And now I've played maybe like half dozen songs. We were all going one song at a time too.
Yeah.
So it kept the line moving. you know?
Yeah. Also, like you give it a little break for yourself.
Exactly. I don't need to do 3 songs. I got nothing to prove, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm warmed up now. I'm actually playing on my hard, the Maniac difficulty, and I'm playing my 8-point, 7-point songs that I like. And then like my fucking right leg just kind of starts. It's like, wow, I can't lift it up as high anymore. Oh wow, that's a muscle. And in my mind, I'm like in the zone. I'm like, just can't stop falling in
Push
love.
through it.
And I'm pushing through. I'm like, I'm about halfway done. That's weird. That must be just a cramp. Okay. But then the left leg starts about 10 seconds after it. And it's like, oh, now it's in both. Okay, I can't really compensate because now the other one's doing it. But I just go, okay, you're about 80% done, 80% done with the song. Just keep going. Oh, you got this. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm falling. And then like, someone
Oh
kind
my
of, whoa.
God.
And I kind of jump off the machine. And I was like, my legs are cramped up. Like I don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, have a seat.
Oh shit.
I'm on Google. I'm like,
You're
oh,
googling like what's
You're
wrong with
drinking
me?
water,
gotta
rubbing 'em.
stretch. So I took a nice like half-hour break in the middle, like 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
I started guzzling water. I started doing these like calf stretches where you pull your leg
Yeah.
up behind
Yeah.
you. And then I'm I look like an idiot because I'm in these short shorts sitting by the DDR machine.
All sweaty.
I'm all sweaty and I'm just rubbing, I'm like kneading both of my thighs.
Trying to get back in the game.
Yeah. And then I would get back in and about, 80% done, it would start happening on the right side again. I'd be like, okay, you got it. And I would always finish strong. And
Dang.
I just would
I like
take
how-
longer breaks.
I just like how it's still crampy. I'm like, I'm not done.
Oh, I'm not done.
My body is done. My brain is not done.
I don't know when I'll ever see one of those machines. And it was beautifully refurbished and in great condition. All the sensors work fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Usually you get on a machine in an arcade, you got to play on the player 2 side because
Like half
player 1's
broken.
broken.
Yeah.
This thing had like, I'm thinking they replaced the screen with an LCD even. Like it just looked top notch.
Is
It
that
took me
your
back to 2002.
Favorite arcade game? Would you
That's
say, like,
probably my favorite
if-
absolute
If we
arcade.
said like, hey Garrett, you can pick one cabinet to be in your house forever.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be that
Maybe
one.
that one?
Solo 2000.
Okay.
See,
DDR Solo 2000.
That's funny. For me, I have it.
You do.
It's Street Fighter 2.
That's the one you
It's
want.
in
It's
our
here. It's
studio.
in the lobby.
That to me is there's been a lot of great arcade games, but that to me is every Mexican food shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get a burrito, you're playing Street Fighter 2 with your friend,
Yeah.
World Warrior, I'm like,
You know, how about you, Kevin? What would you?
Mine would be House of the Dead 2.
Okay.
For the
okay.
cabinet, and they
And they
had
had
one
it.
there, and I loved it. I loved that game.
Yeah.
So
You were in the arcade for a while,
Yeah.
and I would see Kevin every once in a while, but like
I was just bouncing around everywhere.
yeah, I was honed in, so I didn't even play. I didn't even play another machine
No.
in that room except
Yeah.
for DDR.
There are
and the water cooler. That was it.
2 games that I can think of. I fucking loved that police trainer video where you just had to shoot the little balls and like I
Yeah.
fucking
Great game.
loved police trainer. There's another one, I don't know the name of it, but it was on this like red sled thing that you would sit on and you'd have little handlebars and then the thing didn't move, but like the handlebars did. And it was like a wireframe, like you had a race in this like tunnel thing. I don't know what it's called. I loved that game.
Yeah.
If anyone
It's like
knows.
a motorcycle
I'm sure the chat
racer.
It wasn't. It was like futuristic. It wasn't
Yeah.
a motorcycle. It was like
from like the 90s.
from the
Yeah.
90s, but it was like wireframed and god damn, it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That rings a bell. Like I've played that.
I'm
And
sure
it
you
had
did. It
It had
was
a
at
little
every-
red. It looked like a little red jet ski.
Yeah, it was at
Yeah.
every Boomers
Yep.
or Family Fun Center at the
What
time.
was
Yeah.
that called? I know that game.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
I
about.
love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Johnny,
Johnny, what about you?
Similar, but I think Arctic Thunder. Do you guys remember?
Oh,
that game?
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how
That game
played that.
fucking rocked.
I played that.
Yeah,
That's fun.
That was a good one. Alpine Skeeter was also a good one. That was good.
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
I found an old video where Brandon DiCamillo is talking about, I'm selling Jumbo Safari. I got to get rid of it.
That game's so fun.
And it's like he had that in his house.
Oh, that game is so fun.
I never knew anyone that had that in
It's
their house.
crazy
That's a Sega
taxi,
game,
but
right?
you're catching animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the same team.
Yeah. And it's a very anti-animal game, which is
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah.
You fuck these animals.
You're Cabela's
Catch them
fan.
and throw them in
You're
a
like
cage.
throwing a lasso and then like turning your car and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Enough of this animal shit.
You know what I regret so hard is when we bought those cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bought them from a place that we used to go at the arcade, and they were just selling them in this like little room. Like, hey, like
Right time, man.
Like,
We
I-
came
that's
at
what-
the right time.
bowling alley.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, these are like $100, and it's like, okay, like whatever. We just grabbed them.
Some were 80.
Some are 80.
Yeah.
There was one time I went there, and there was a Tetris machine. And I thought, oh, I'll go get like it was like I think that was 150. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll do it. That
Yeah.
Tetris, I love Tetris. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, I'll do it tomorrow. And I went there the next day, and it was sold. I'm like, why did I not just buy that? Why did I not buy the Tetris
yeah.
machine for 150
But
bucks?
at least we got Puzzle Bobble here.
we got Puzzle
Like,
Bobble.
yeah, take
I got
that.
Mortal Kombat 3.
Yep.
That's good.
That was such
Air
a
guys.
that was a snapshot in time where like those arcades were deemed to have no value.
Yeah.
We all got those.
That
Neo
was a sweet
Geos.
spot in time, for sure.
Yeah, because now I know that those have doubled in price. At
yeah.
least.
They'd be like, oh, yo, $35,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's worth it.
and yeah, everyone wanted rid of them, and the guy who rented them out to the bowling alley wanted rid of them because it was kind of like co-signed through the bowling alley.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a guy's
yeah.
company who had them all over San Diego.
Yeah.
and we just found it at that right time where he was blowing them out.
I
Yeah,
wish
he's
I
getting rid of
They were
it.
just
that Tetris
liquidated.
one I
wish
think
we got
about a
got
lot.
more,
I
yeah.
think about that Tetris one a lot. Like I fucked up.
But
Wish got
I
that.
feel like that is my dream machine that one day through like I've heard Facebook Marketplace and other sites, like you can get a pretty beat up one and then
You
just
can
restore it.
I've
yeah.
gotten some cool stuff of it, like seen cool stuff on Facebook.
on Facebook Marketplace. I'm on OfferUp.
I mean, I drove Kevin out to one.
Oh, yeah.
Out in
We
the
had to go to Temecula.
Oh,
desert.
that's right.
Yeah.
because he had a what was it? A
Sega-
Genesis.
it was a Sega
display?
Genesis display from a Toys R Us.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah.
It's in your house?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We met an older
Kevin's
guy.
got
Yeah, an older guy
I
who-
got this from Toys R Us.
Yeah, he was a manager
Oh,
at a
that's
Toys
sick.
R Us, and that's how he got it. They probably were like this. It's like, oh, Sega Genesis isn't around anymore. Get rid of
Yeah.
this. And he's like, I'll take it or something. And he just had it in his garage forever, and I got it off of him.
That's how I got
That's
my
sick.
PlayStation display was the KB Toys going out of business.
Yeah, yeah.
And Kevin got a deal because I drove him out to the desert, and all it cost him, he got me an In-N-Out
Yeah,
burger.
I bought him in and out.
Oh.
All right.
That was a good burger.
That was a good-
They were on point. Oh, wait, was that the day that they gave us the conspiracy theory about
the
Peter
woman's
Pan?
like, oh, you like Disney? Did you hear about this? And it was like all the
It was the
wrong-
hook shirt. And
Yeah.
she told me about, you know the real story of Peter Pan, right? It's on Epstein's Island. Yeah. Don't watch TikTok
Yeah,
anymore.
you got to
Please don't
get
bring
off
this
Take
up
care.
to me.
Yeah.
Please don't bring up
Yeah.
Epstein.
Is she
in public.
preparing the food? Thank you.
But that was a good burger. That was a really good
That
burger.
was a good burger.
Speaking
They
of
made a great burger.
consoles, I have not given up trying to get a Switch 2.
Oh,
I do know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there were an extra one
We got a
floating around
few-
here, but I
extras.
didn't like the idea that I wasn't in control of my own destiny and that you guys were in control of that.
No, I
so
like that.
I tried different avenues.
Okay.
And I struck out every time. So
Couldn't do it, huh?
About
No.
that, we have not. I realize we have not talked about this. We weren't on the podcast last week. So for those not caught up,
Let them
we
know.
as a group here at Mega64, when the Switch 2 pre-orders went up, we all worked together. This is what we did.
Like,
for
let's
PS5.
all get on the chat
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah, because
hustled.
it's hard, and maybe some of us won't get any.
you never know.
And so like if I get two, maybe someone who didn't get one, I could give them one, or
Sure.
or whatever. They could buy it off me. So we did that with the Switch 2. We all were able to. We were all on it all night. And all got Switch 2s, and Sean brought 0.
I was in
to the table.
Disneyland. in
Yeah, he did it from
line,
a cell phone.
and I still got it.
I was here.
Kevin was in a cage.
I was
Yeah.
in this exact seat, and I was doing record club with Jenny, and that was
the message we get was, "Oh, I was busy. I tried. I walked away."
Oh
it was
my
like,
God.
cool. Who wants to give him a Switch 2?
Well,
Record
hey.
Club's not live. You could have planned that a little better. you know
Yo,
what I mean?
we did try, but Jenny is so busy and I'm so busy that we had to wait until that night.
Cool.
That
Lot
was
of
our last
excuses.
shot. And it comes out 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, so it had to be then.
Yeah,
That's just
lot
what,
of
that's just
excuses.
what, well, here's the thing.
What are you thinking?
You don't have to give me this. Like I don't.
Oh, I know.
I
Oh,
went
we know.
into this
We've already
assuming
talked about
like, okay. Well, that's why I was like, I don't want to deal with these fuckers. I'm gonna try still, even though like the pre-order thing is long past. I will sign up for the Nintendo thing. Maybe they'll give me the little,
Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, you're
maybe
Sean
like, hey,
from Mega64."
you can get one. We like you. That didn't work. They
Didn't work.
didn't give a fuck about me.
A lot of people in the chat saying the Record Club episode was not more important than Switch 2.
No,
like
I
that
agree.
They said that episode, they liked your
agree.
show, but that episode was not worth bailing on the Switch 2.
I think.
He tried though, guys.
Well, I did. Well, kind of. I mean, it wasn't like
Cool.
it wasn't the most effort I've put in something in my life.
No.
That's
Sure,
true.
okay.
So all I was gonna say in bringing this up is we do have an extra Switch 2. I think I do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember the tally, but
I
I got
don't
an extra
remember.
one.
Yeah.
And I'm still I'm thinking maybe I'm not gonna just hand that to you.
No,
Make some profit, dude.
So
what if
we're
you want-
still
I was gonna
reviewing-
pay you. You're not handing it to me.
Yeah, but that's making it too. The guy who didn't bring anything to the table,
Yeah.
the group project, and
Zero
one,
effort.
One student didn't do anything.
Kevin, it was like 5% effort. It wasn't zero.
Hey, 5% effort, 5% tariff on that.
So tariff, and they call me the Terrifier.
Oh, they do.
Oh no.
But I'm still thinking about maybe we make you earn it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's a good
that's
idea.
all for right now. I'm still processing some ideas.
Well, I will tell you that if it's to watch Terrifier to get the Switch 2, I will not be getting the Switch 2.
Okay, I think we know what to do.
Yeah, well,
Well,
we'll weigh
maybe
some
maybe I
options.
wouldn't have said that. But anyway, we're gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We'll get the Terrifier in a meeting with Lord
yeah,
Divius.
see, this is why I try to get it on my
Yeah.
own, where it's
Yeah.
like, I just got to get this quickly by
Now you're-
myself so I
yeah.
can't deal with these
See what
fuckers.
happens when you don't put 100% effort into something?
Yeah.
We fuck with you.
Yeah, we fuck with
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah, you get fucked
Yep.
with.
So stay tuned. But I'm thinking, thinking of
figure
a
it
couple
out.
ideas
Yeah.
to make
Okay.
you. I want you to at least put some effort out there to get that.
Okay.
It's not just it's not a handout world.
Again, I put in some effort, just not
Yeah.
enough that makes.
We all gave 110%.
Yeah, yeah.
And
well, you
just
gave
the
enough for
10.
me. Okay.
I was literally in line for the ride trying to get it, and it was erroring and all that stuff. I did not go on the ride.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
Wow.
You skipped the ride.
Sacrifice,
I
Kevin.
sacrificed.
Thank you for the
I just feel like
sacrifice.
even if Sean had lied to us and said, "Oh my god, I was trying all night and I couldn't get one," I'd be like, "Oh, don't worry, bro, got you." But the message we got was, "Nah, I was doing record
No,
club.
I
I
was
tried
like,
for a second. I gotta
whatever. This is
go."
too hard.
I mean, it was just like this isn't important. And
Sorry
it's like,
that
oh,
I'm
so it's
honest. Sorry that I didn't want to lie to my
not?
best
Sometimes
friends.
a lie is okay.
yeah, dude.
I'm just saying.
Should have thought about it like my kids would have enjoyed that Switch too. I should really put them first, like I do mostly.
You okay?
Not done record club with my wife.
I wanted.
Yeah, kids would have loved that.
Yeah, they would
I-
they would
Oh,
have
well.
loved it.
There'd be a
They-
Mario World.
I
Kart.
just. Mario Roll Kart. I
Mario
want
Kart
to. I don't want to let down the record club fans out there.
I hear you.
So I decided
They
to
could
do that.
have eaten it.
It
for a
wasn't
week.
like I was like doing nonsense. I was working. technically. Okay, whatever. We'll get into it later. I'm getting the Switch.
This guy.
Getting it.
I'll let you know how.
If you earn it.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna get it, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it.
Oh, I'll get it.
You are pretty good
Speak-
at tasks we put your mind to, you know.
Speaking of Mario World Kart,
Yeah.
Kart World.
Something like that.
The rumor is that the new Mario movie, they accidentally leaked the title that the movie is going to be called Super Mario World.
I did
That
hear
was
about
in an
that.
article,
Yeah.
and I posted this. I deleted it because it was kind of negative, but I did post. I was at a concert with Sean, and I said I think this is going to get a lot of retweets.
Yeah.
And I posted, they said, it's going to be called Super Mario World. I said, you're invoking the holy name. Meanwhile, the movie's going to needle drop all about that bass when fucking Fat Yoshi shows up.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
good
that's
tweet.
true. That's a good tweet.
Like-
You took that down?
Why'd you take it
It
down?
was negative. When I woke up the next day, it was a lot of
This is negative.
anger about, and I was like,
Yeah, there are times I
not
tweet
the
things
vibe.
like, this is funny, but yeah,
I don't wanna live in
I don't
this.
want to be
Yeah.
negative. Be more positive.
I don't think before I tweet. I think that's the way to
Oh,
use
that's
the app.
I've seen people get fired for that.
oh, yeah. I asked Sean.
Yeah, I actually do the opposite.
Yeah, I think a lot.
Yeah, think real long
don't
and
mean
I
hard.
think quite a bit.
I make my friends think. I just run it by Sean, and then I go, well, we'll see what happens when I wake up.
You run it by Sean, and Sean goes, I don't know about that one. He goes, well, it's posted. I'm like,
Whatever.
okay, why'd you ask me? What
He's showing you the posted tweet, going, "What do you think about this?"
do you think about this? Well, I wouldn't have done that, but here you are. It's done. The deed has been done.
That's how I roll, you know.
That's how I roll. Okay.
It's a Wild West out there again. Anyway.
Speaking of Wild West, I do want to talk about, because we didn't get to. What I was going to say earlier though is you guys didn't get to talk. Maybe you did briefly while we were gone, Johnny. But GTA 6 getting delayed. I think maybe you guys covered that last week. But
I think we talked about that 2 weeks ago.
oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we did.
We got the new trailer, but we did get the sad news.
I like the new trailer.
That's okay. Yeah, I do like the new trailer.
Yeah, I
Oh,
and
yeah, I'm good. I'll wait.
man, there's so much coming out this summer that
Yeah.
it's like, push
I don't know.
that.
Take
Yeah,
your
I
time.
got the Switch 2 coming. I'm
Yeah,
good.
we
I
got a
got
new
the Switch
console.
2. I
It's all
got
good.
Death Stranding.
I've waited
2.
20 years. Like, might as
Yeah,
well
like
wait a little
it's
more.
gonna be. Go ahead.
I got
something.
Doom Dark Ages.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's so much to play right now.
Speaking, just real quick, last Switch 2 thing. I just remembered this. This just broke a minute ago, but I was surprised. I don't know if you saw, but they put out an update today that was like, that I guess in the specs since the beginning, it's like, the Switch supports variable frame, variable. What do they call that?
VR or something? Yeah.
Yeah. Variable refresh rate.
Okay.
Okay.
You
so
know-
it can speed up between like 30 and 60 frames a second.
Variable refresh rate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, that's been listed in the specs the whole time. And then today they were like, sorry, we got to change. It's not on your TV. Like it can't, because a lot of people's TVs have that.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
On
work
the-
with that.
it's
It's
on
only
its own
on our
screen.
screen.
Okay.
But it seems like kind of late in the game to go, oops, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seemed weird to me.
That is a little weird
Well, they.
because I got a TV that.
I don't
does
think that's like make or break for people. Like, I'm not getting it now. Well, there will be some people like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, what other thing that we didn't get to cover? I want to talk about. I'm going to bring this up.
Uh-huh.
I said I'd bring this up earlier when we brought up the theme park thing.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk. I would love to talk about. I'm sure everyone's dying to. I want to talk about the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. I want to talk about it because I was having a lot of fun this podcast, and I would like to not have fun.
I want to like shatter that.
I would
Oh, bring the
I would
energy
like
back
the
down.
energy to go away and me to want to cry when I'm done with this. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, you think that's what's going to happen?
The curl up
I
inside
don't
and
know what's
die
going to happen,
vibes.
but if it's anything like that 2 weeks ago, then maybe.
It's fine. Well, go ahead. That's okay.
Oh no! Stop it! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No, all I was gonna bring up, it sucked because that ended the podcast. We had a terrible podcast like 2 weeks ago.
You can't win them all.
If you hadn't
Yeah.
seen that, it's definitely
that one.
filed under "you can't win them all."
Yep.
But I think people are missing some context, and then I want to bring that up. But the main point I'll get to, and it's just kind of food for thought, and something you don't really get to talk about too much, or at least I don't. But yeah, it was basically like that podcast was coming out May 4th or whatever. It was going to be fucking May the 4th be with you. So there was no
What's
way I
that?
couldn't celebrate
What
that.
does that
But
mean?
I went into it like, okay, I'm going to do a bit. I just want to say, the main thing here is I'm well aware of people being tired of hearing about Star Wars and or Disney theme parks from me, which is fair, I think, on like this podcast because it's a shared thing. Now, when people come to my personal channel and say that, why do you always talk about this stuff? Oh, get fucked.
Yeah.
You're on my channel, bitch. Like, are you for real? People will do a Creepy Old Crypt episode, me and Kevin, and there'll be like a whole essay about like, this is pathetic. It's like, you're in my house, bitch. Bye. Whatever. But on the podcast, I do try to keep that limited. So I thought it would be really funny when we started the podcast for that weekend. It's going to be May the 4th be with you. I want this thing when it starts you see me in the fucking Jar Jar hat and the shit on the desk.
Yeah.
Like, oh God. Oh fuck. And so I said that before we went on. I was like, we had a whole subject we were going to talk about, which I think at the time was like, people were like sexting with AI bots.
Yes.
Yeah, Meta.
There's on Meta, whatever.
Judi Dench.
There's an AI bot of Judi Dench, and people were like sending sexual messages.
And John Cena.
That
they're
was
like,
the subject we were going to cover. So I was like, great. I'm going to be all decked out in the Star Wars shit so that the chat fucking vomits, and then just tell me. My exact words were, "Tell me to shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And we started, and I went, but I think Derek was supposed to do that, and then I think he didn't feel like, well, when do I do, like, it was not, it was a bit that did not work.
Yeah.
Like I was going, and then he didn't know when to do that, and then it was like, okay, well he's been talking for half an hour about this, so now when do I do this?
Yeah.
And then and then it just got intense. It just got like, and then Sean is like, what the fuck is happening?
yeah.
And then that made it intense, but I don't think you were wrong to ask that, because I was also like, I don't kind of know what to do now. So we were all just like, this bit fucking imploded. But I was trying, the bit was supposed to be, oh God, he's going to do another fucking Star Wars bit. I'm aware of, I read the comments and I read the emails and stuff. So anyway, there are times that those things just don't work out. And we are in a state of like improv, like almost daily here. And just sometimes it does not work. And the point that I'm getting to, though, that whatever with that, that's fine. And we talked about it, and it was not a big deal.
Yeah.
It was fine. But I did want to say, though, when you were talking earlier about like, oh, you should be able to talk about the things that we're passionate about and, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
What what is hard for me, and I don't want to make this sound like oh, my life is so hard. You guys, there's people out there fighting fucking fires and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to play that angle at all. But I will say what is challenging for me, there's a lot of things that after 20 years of doing this, it's like, oh, I know how to do this and we can handle that. And again, like most of the time we improvise and it goes very smoothly. We know each other.
Yeah.
And then every now and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And that's what that show was. But what is hard for me, I will say, and I don't know if anybody else deals with this, but what is the biggest challenge for me that I actually, most of the time I feel like I got this, but the one thing where I'm like, ooh, I don't got this, I don't know what to do, is, I'm personally nowadays, I'm a lot more unwilling to talk about like personal stuff. I mean, maybe back in the day I would do that more, but I do feel like, and we've kind of covered this, since the pandemic, talking about like, I don't know, since the pandemic, people have gotten like scary nosy a little bit. Like there's always been a degree of nosiness, but I feel like something changed around then. And we kind of talked about that where it's like there's way more YouTube drama, maybe as content kind of thing out there, And
Oh, yeah.
I'll just say like, yeah, I'm a lot less willing to like share that stuff. Really, like, anything that's super personal. I'm a little more cagey about that now. But then I also don't want to share stuff we're working on because it's like, oh, I want to surprise, this Fatal Fury thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't, don't tell them about that yet.
Don't show your hair.
Them. Yeah, don't show my
Don't
hair.
show the hair.
Even though they knew within 30 seconds that
The first time I went live with a
Blonde hair.
on,
Blonde hair.
some guy in the chat, blonde!
All caps.
What's happening is blonde!
All caps.
it's like, how did they see that? I can't even see it. I'm
Do the
sitting next
curtain,
to him.
do the curtains match the drapes? What's happening?
It was wild, dude. How observant.
So,
How observant.
so I don't want to post about that either. And like I will just say personally on my end, most of the time in my regular routine, I take like one day off. Like I like a lot of times on weekends, I'm coming in here and I'm working on other stuff or personal stuff.
Sure.
And so when I take that one day off, I try to make it count. And sometimes I'll go to I have a Disneyland annual pass. I've had that since before you knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I'll go there or I'll be in LA or whatever. I don't actually do that often, believe it or not. Believe it or not, as much as you might call me a liar. But that's the only thing I'm kind of willing to share. You know what I mean? And so then, but then when I post about it, then it becomes like, damn, that's all this guy does. And I'm kind of like, oh man, it's hard because I want to share a fun thing, but then it's like when that's the only thing, then it becomes like, oh, that's, that's all you're doing. It's like, no, I promise that's not all. I did that one day out of the last 3 weeks. And then that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard because I'm like,
thing.
am I trying to keep up this narrative that I'm doing other stuff? Like, what is this? I just want to post something. Why do I have to think about it this much? You know what I mean? But it's hard because then like, a lot of times I try to do like a stream every Friday and I've missed the last like 4 of them. And then when I miss it, inevitably I'll always get one that's like, wow. Yeah, and this is a very specific comment, so sorry if you're watching, but I'll get one that's like, says he's busy, but I saw him post ice cream from Disneyland. It's like I don't even know when the last time I did that was, but that will always get brought up. Oh, he's doing this, and it's like anytime I cancel my stream, it's because I'm working on something here. If I'm not working on something, I'm streaming. And so it just turns into this difficult thing of like what do I share and what do I not? Yeah. With the podcast, it's not as hard of a thing because, like I said, no one person here should dominate the thing. So yeah, I'm going to limit. I'm not going to talk about theme park stuff for a fucking hour. Yeah, we have Creepy Old Crypt for that and stuff like that. Although today we kind of did that, but it was a shared experience.
It depends on what we got.
I don't want it to do that. Yeah. But I would just say, just in general, it's hard to figure out what all to share and what not to, and that's really kind of one of the harder parts of doing what we do. I think, for at least for me, I just kind of am like, oh, how much do people want of this? And how much of, am I selling something I'm not intending to sell? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, totally. No real point there other than like, it's hard to figure. That's something that I struggle with. So, I think if I get that wrong sometimes, I apologize.
I feel like everyone has, everyone, what they post and not post, and not just us, like in general in life, like it's a thing where it's like, I feel like people our age there was a time when that was new and everyone posted everything you did.
Yeah. Too much,
and now everyone's like, I'm not gonna post shit. Like I have like all these pictures that are awesome on my phone. It's like, I'll probably never post those because I don't, why? So like, I think everyone kind of has that, like, what do I share? What do I not share? Yes.
And Derek's not here. We kept, and by the way, we kept meaning to talk about this when we were all here, when Derek was here.
But then we went to PAX.
And then we went to PAX and then like he got cast in something today, which is great for him. But like, I don't want to keep dragging this. So I just want to bring it up today. Sorry he's not here.
Oh, yeah.
There are, I see things about how much you guys hate each other. And it's like, oh man, like the amount of times that me, Rocco, and Derek are in that room, like, I guess I'm the only witness to this besides the two of them. But as the outsider, I'm like, yeah, they don't. But I guess I'm the one person who could tell you they don't. I'm in that room all the fucking time with them.
And after that last podcast, we had a great conversation.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was good.
It's all fun.
Totally fun. But but we're all like busy fucking adults and, And what I was going to say with him though, I don't think he would mind me saying this, but I see it with him all the time too, because he shares probably the least of any of us. And so I just see people make crazy shit up. Oh, I bet this happened. I bet that happened. Just about his personal life. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle. I like to share some things, but not everything. And Sean shares way too much.
I think so too. I was about to say that. I think I share way too much.
I mean, we know what kid you're picking up.
I know, dude. I share everything. I mean, maybe not everything, but I share a lot. But maybe that's going to come back.
So we all kind of are on different ends of the spectrum. Totally. So it's kind of like, anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm an open book, just like Sean.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say, obviously there's things that are private, and Garrett and I will talk about. Like, when we're sharing a room together, we're saying things I wouldn't say on the podcast. But I will say that, like, most of it I'll
For the most part, though, yeah, we're pretty open.
yeah. Well, you
With
even
our
talk about
lives.
like starting that medication that I've been on.
Yeah.
That was an insanely private thing, but I was like, well, and I actually had people at PAX. be like,
Yeah.
I actually got on something because you motivated
that's-
me.
That's
No, I
good.
think
That's
that,
why
I
you
think
did
that
it,
was
yeah.
cool.
Well,
If you're-
was a
exactly.
good move, yeah,
and that's
for
why
sure.
I did it. Even though it was like scary and personal to bring up, there are times where it's like, well, I'm going to be uncomfortable if I can help somebody else. And according to PAX, I did help some people, so it was worth it. But like I do know that there is a line of things that like maybe I shouldn't be sharing so much.
Yeah,
but-
for me, it's like I share a lot about me and my relationship with Trisha, right?
Right.
So I do it because it's, I think, funny for comedic effect. Some of the shit
it's
she
funny.
says is wild. Some of the shit I say back to her is pretty wild too. So yeah, luckily, she's got a great sense of humor with it and hasn't ever minded that. But yeah, I can feel like, wow, I am sharing a lot sometimes.
Yeah. There are times I would come up with the podcast like, hey, Jenny, I should talk to you about what I've said. Like, I don't know, like what is like allowed, like, I don't know about like whatever. And she's like, it's fine. Like, like talk about whatever.
Yeah,
It's
your wife is probably like the coolest with any of that kind of stuff. You hit her up with the like, hey, this happened. She's like, why do I give a fuck?
Yeah, she kind
Ah.
of. But
You're
then
overthinking it.
We're doing Record Club now, and she's been on like every week. I think she's like
I love that.
my official
Co-host.
co-host.
Yo,
Like,
that's so cool.
I've loved doing Record Club with her. I've had so much fun doing that with her. But yeah, she'll tell stories of like things. I'm like, oh shit, you're sick. Like it's like or like she's like, yeah, we were dancing to this, and like I was in the shower. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen, but I didn't think you'd bring this up. Anyways, whatever.
She gets it.
She gets
She's
it.
been a Stern fan.
She gets
Or
it.
she
gets
knows how to
She
broadcast.
gets it. Anyways, so that's back to Rocco. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
myself again.
So yeah, no real point other than just that's something I think about a lot, and it's sometimes I don't vocalize that, and it's like that's something I struggle with, and it is always hard. Like I said, when I miss out or I can't stream, and and,
Oh, I know what that's like.
and yeah, and and it's like I feel like I'm letting people down, and like I said, I don't always know what to share, and really a big thing I wanted to say was I felt bad that because that podcast wasn't going very well, we kind of blew past that incredible miniature model
Oh,
that guy made of the room.
It's on the front desk,
and I'm gonna post
and
a
it's
thing about it
awesome.
later, just on my own
Yeah.
stuff, and
One of-
that's coming later. But
one
they
of the
did.
coolest
That's one of the coolest things we've ever been.
we've
Yes.
ever been sent.
Yeah.
And I felt
100%.
bad that shitty podcast steamrolled that.
Overshadowed it, yeah.
Yeah, so I really apologize about that. But anyway, so I still struggle with what to share and how much, and I'm still working on that. But the bit at the beginning of that podcast, at the end of the day, just needed to make that clear, was just a bit. It was supposed to be fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And the bit did not work. But it was just a joke. I would never actually do that, expose everyone to that level of the Jar Jar hat and like all that shit was just a joke. So I
Okay.
apologize, and I'll never do anything like that again.
I've
So
seen.
thank
Don't
you.
do it again.
What's
What's
okay?
going on?
Well, I don't know. I see a bag coming out. So what is what is that? Is that a tauntaun?
Is that a Rancor?
A raincoat? No, it's tauntaun.
That's a taunt.
It's a.
I
Are
thought,
you being
Is
fucking
that Darth
serious?
Vader?
I thought that hat smelled bad from the
You thought this-
outside.
you thought this was a Rancor?
No, I didn't say that's a tauntaun.
Sean said Rancor.
I did not say raincoat.
I heard him. I heard him.
Check
he
the
said
tape.
Rancor.
I didn't say that.
You did. You did.
Fuck off. Well, you look good. I like that hat. I genuinely think that hat's funny.
Hey,
The Jar Jar Bink one, I
Hey.
will be honest, I hate that hat. This one's good.
where would you see me if your tauntaun froze before the first marker?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Where?
Hell.
Yeah, good answer.
I'll
Great.
see you in hell.
I'll definitely see you in hell.
Hey, do we have
Wow.
any goodies?
We actually do.
I knew
got
it. You know
goodies.
why?
We got a very
Because I was
special
feeling the good
goodie.
vibes,
Bring on the goodies.
and I knew that we got goodies with
Dude,
the go with the good vibes.
we got goodies out in Boston. We had like
Oh my God.
so many hookups. Our friend was a chocolatier. He hooked us
oh
up.
my gosh, so good.
I've been eating that.
was
I
good
brought a
as
lot of
fuck.
that
It was
home.
good as
Yeah,
fuck.
it was
Yeah.
good.
yeah, and Kelly making us
Razor hooked us
muffins.
up.
Oh,
Shouts out to
Razor.
her
Oh,
homies over at
I
Razor.
forgot to bring that
Kelly's
up. Yeah,
muffins.
Kelly, who
Yeah.
brought muffins
They
that
were
she
so
made
good.
to the booth. She made PB&J muffins.
Those were gone like third day. I
Those
think.
were
that
gone fast,
was
yeah.
I don't even remember them making them to the third day.
Oh, yeah.
I had woofed them by the second, and I mean they were gooey
So
Yeah.
jelly inside them in a peanut butter muffin.
So good.
yeah, I told her, I'm like, hey,
God
like,
tier.
they're always good, but you've like outdone yourself.
My
with these.
Yeah, this
favorite-
was
Oh,
next level.
They were vegan vanilla blueberry protein,
Protein.
muffins.
Yeah.
Good.
Those are really good.
Hey, like people,
in your
I think
mouth,
PAX East
blueberries.
especially, we get the most hookup because we
Yes.
got Turtleverse giving us like supplies just to get us through the weekend, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so helpful and
Dan and
great.
Liz hook
Yeah.
us up big.
So
And then
nice.
it's so funny because I don't get me wrong, I was super grateful for all of that.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there, I was like, it is funny though, we never can get water at this con. Like,
Yeah.
not a complaint. I'm happy
Yeah,
with all
yeah.
the snacks.
Well,
that we
the
get.
vending machines
But
were
the,
gone.
Yeah, the con itself, it was like kind of like, yeah, the vending machines disappeared, and it was like, really wish there was
Water.
more accessible water. And I thought that, and our buddy Bar X Music
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
showed up.
His whole crew.
I see a lot of people bringing you snacks. Can I just give you water? And they had cold water bottles.
For all of us.
Bar X
Lovely.
Music, thank you. He was a Bar X
Savior.
Bar X Savior that day. Bar X Angel.
Yeah.
Bar X music from a harp.
We had these lovely little support systems.
Yeah,
These
it-
little,
yeah,
like
it was-
Bar X's crew, and then we had like Turtleverse's crew.
Dude, I had my cameo crew. I have these 3 people.
Oh,
I don't know if they want their
cameo
names out
crew.
there, so I'm not going
Yeah.
to say their names here because maybe they don't want that. But these 3 lovely people that are from the East Coast, and
Yeah.
I do cameos for all of their big occasions, and they always ask me to do like, hey,
For
so and so
each
just
other?
got a birthday, so and so just got a job promotion, and so the 3 of them are like my little like
They're trading
my
Sean videos.
yeah, my cameo buds. So like I saw them, like it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, we didn't bring it up earlier, just really quick, but the Back to the Future thing
Yeah.
at Universal. At
Oh,
one
yeah.
point,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
watching Biff, and then Biff was doing something, and then I turned around, and some dude like did that with he had like a jersey on. I'm
Yeah.
like, am I getting flashed?
Yeah.
Unboxing ring shirt.
Yeah.
A cast member?
No,
No,
it's a guy.
it's the
Oh,
guy
guy.
there. And they were like, what? They were like, it was him and his girlfriend, I think.
They were like, what are
Yeah.
you doing here?
like, what?
Girlfriend,
what?
wife, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and
Do we want to?
maybe I shouldn't say.
Well, I mean, we'll say at this point it's weird if you don't say.
Yeah.
Hey, if you
already
are that
weird.
person, mute this part, or else the girl that was with you is gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Whether that's your wife, girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, she paid for a cameo for that guy. That the one we recorded at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was for him. That we happened
And
to
then
see
you saw
him
at Universal.
at
Studios.
Universal.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, she was like, he
Wow.
doesn't know
But
yet.
we recorded one at Fenway Park for
Yeah.
this guy
Oh, that's so cool.
And sent it.
and sent it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you can unmute it now.
Anyway, okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
So what kind
Anyway,
of
that was
goodies
fun.
we looking at?
All right, this is we heard from them before, but our friends at Junk Food.
Junk
yeah.
We
food.
got
They were
some
our booth
new-
mates this year.
We
at
were
PAX
next
East.
to them at PAX, and we got a whole new deck of.
Dude,
Oh.
we do
No,
Dobbs.
I said dibs before you got here, Johnny.
Johnny, we're on Dobbs. Oh, there you go. Johnny's
Dobbs.
got it.
Dobbs.
Oh, we call Dobbs.
Johnny, I'll give you mine for a Switch 2.
Pre-order. Dude, this is the
Oh.
snack
Oh!
box.
Fatal Fury.
Snack
City
Box
of the
Micro.
Wolves.
Wait, go to the Kev Cam. There we go. Now find it. there we go.
Look
Ooh,
at
it's,
that.
ooh, it's
That.
lenticular.
Ooh.
Yeah, lenticular.
Yeah, they were right
I
next
love
to
these
our.
fighting game controllers.
They were
They are
showing
really
off.
cool.
Leverless controllers. I think
Yeah.
that's what they call
Yeah.
them, right?
That's the Snack Box Micro. They were showing off a new product.
Is there more than one? There's a couple.
There are quite a few.
Oh,
There's something new they're doing called the Swirl. And it's not just for fighting games. It's a leverless controller that you can pretty much play anything on.
Really?
So
That's cool.
for me, like I have this problem where I sit with a controller too long, the back of my hands go numb.
really?
Yeah, and I've never
weird.
had any weird,
Besides your legs going numb.
anything. Well, yeah, flip side from a DDR session, but this is now with 2 big thumb-driven analog sticks, like they're big fat analog sticks, and a WASD kind of keyboard configuration with the Cyanwa buttons. Like, it's the weirdest looking controller I've ever seen, but like they had it demoed for anything, like
Yeah.
Elden Ring, GTA, whatever. You could play anything on this type of fight pad now. Check out the stuff that Junk Food is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sent a whole bunch. There's another My one in here. There's
Ooh,
one with Kane. This is
Oh,
looking good.
that's cool.
they got Preacha. We doing Preacha yet?
got
That's my main. Who are you guys maining with?
Look at that.
You look
Ronaldo.
you look like a rock guy. Ronaldo?
I'm a Ronaldo. Man.
Really? You're doing Ronaldo?
I like sports.
Yeah, you're not doing him in
I like sports and we don't
single
care
player.
about those.
Okay.
I don't know why.
What's his name? What's his name? The DJ guy.
DJ.
DJ Khaled.
Arrivederci. I don't know. Something like that.
DJ.
He
disc
kind of
jockey.
floats the way he kind of flops and floats through the air. He's got a cool moveset.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of
We got a bunch of
Yeah,
them.
Snack
there's a
box
bunch of them in
micros.
here.
So
Thank you, John.
everyone
Thank
gets
you.
one, but Johnny got it.
Keep losing.
They hooked me up at the show floor.
Johnny,
I
I'll make sure you get one. Don't worry.
Salvatore
Salvatore
Yeah.
Ganacci.
Ganacci.
That became kind of a fan favorite character.
See?
Character.
Character.
But anyway,
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, I feel like this was a great show. I'm feeling good.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I'm ready to move over to the post show.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Now, if you are watching this on YouTube and go, oh no, the post show, where do I find that? That's on our Patreon. Please subscribe and subside to our Patreon, patreon.com/Mega64.
Okay.
And you can also watch the behind the scenes of the booth setup and us going to Fenway Park, as we mentioned before. It's a really good time.
It's the best place to support us over there, Patreon.
It really is. And if you like the show, that's how we were able to do it, is because of the Patreon and all those people who support us, and we love you. And if you go in the higher tiers, we'll put you in the credits of our video on this show. You're about to
Yes.
see in 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
That could be you.
Hey, before we go, can I have one last request?
I'll allow it.
So last week I heard Johnny did an impression of all of us
He did?
on the podcast. Yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't get to see that.
I didn't either, but
I
let's
haven't
give
seen
our
it.
best Johnny impression
yes.
now before
Well,
we go.
wait. This is crucial.
Turnabout is fair play.
Okay.
Johnny, how mean were you on your?
How far did you
before
go?
I
Yeah.
impersonate you?
Sean wants to
I
match.
wasn't mean at all.
your
Oh
energy.
yeah, good. I wasn't
That's
going to
good.
be mean either. I
Yeah.
don't know what I would do if I was
See,
going to be mean.
I would like to hear them.
Yeah, damn it.
Can he do it, or would that take up?
That'd probably take too much time, right? You could just pull them up.
I could do it real fast. I just said, Garrett, I stomped around. Sean, I went, fucking nightmare.
Oh, come on. What?
and
My
then-
voice is like that? Ah.
And then Rocco, I do this hand movement that he does where he like puts his fingers like that.
I do
And then
that.
Kevin, I get like really nasally. I go, it's like that.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
it. That's all I did.
You got a harsh
You
one.
think I...
Yeah, you
You
get
say
Kevin.
duh up there and
Why
stuff.
did my voice...
you like Homer Simpson, dude.
Mine was fucking nightmare.
Well, I
That's not
stomp
good.
around. I stomp around.
And then Derek, I go, and then he immediately
Oh,
did
that's
that
good.
right after I did
Okay,
it.
I heard Derek got mad at your impression, but then did it about 30 seconds later unintentionally.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed it, right?
Yeah.
What was Meg's?
Oh, I didn't do a Meg one.
Oh, you're too scared, huh?
Yeah. I do it out of love. I love you guys. So
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Okay, best Johnny.
I can do a Meg impression.
Yeah, go ahead.
Meg, you hearing this? Gross. I heard that all weekend in the
She likes it. Thumbs up.
caffeinated pizza rolls. commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was in the
It's
reel.
not your mom's pizza rolls. Gross.
I love that.
I heard that 100 times over the weekend.
Okay,
Okay,
what
here's my
is
best Johnny. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're live. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Okay, you're live now. Okay, fuck.
that's me
Oh,
when
I got
DJ.
a good one. I got. Here's what Johnny said. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, Rocco.
Dude, this is like psychotic.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's
That's
good.
pretty. And then mine would be with good news.
Hell yeah.
That's Johnny.
Yeah. Nailed it.
We got him. We got you.
Got him. Got his ass.
Hey,
got my
everyone.
many faces.
What's that?
The many faces.
Yeah.
The
of
mini
Johnny.
faces of Johnny.
Johnny.
We know them all. We know them all, and we love them all. And we love
Not
you
all
all.
of them.
as
Stick around.
We love all of you as well, but especially the people in the credits here. Johnny, play us out.
Wait.
Oh, fuck.
End on this.
Rocco, shut the fuck up.
Sebulba.
No.
No, get out of here.
I got
Thank
Sebulba.
you.